welcome.
To Sword of the Story.
Wow, welcome so much.
Welcome extra. This is the podcast where we tell each other stories, and also you are here. Also, it was Janey's birthday last weekend, and so we're doing a special treat for her. And by we, I mean, I guess I do mean we.
Yeah,
we're
no,
doing
you
a
mean
special treat for you, but
this isn't
I am
for kids.
failing to do a special treat for you.
We have to do this again. This is the podcast. We don't normally tell each other fairy tales and folk tales and sometimes mythology. Today, we are telling each other Shakespeare. And there's a reason why. First of all, if you're a child, this isn't for you. This is not a podcast for children or anybody who is triggered by people who clearly have attention problems and can't stay on track or do their own goddamn intro.
Good old what it was Shakespeare.
Children can't listen to this. It will make them dumber. Kids everywhere are doing their standardized testing. Do not let them listen to this podcast. And I'm out here calling
William Shakespeare what it was Shakespeare.
What it was Shakespeare.
It's past tense.
So what it was Shakespeare was born on April 23rd, much like myself, who was also born on April 23rd. Not on the same year. Different years. And he died on April 23rd, much like myself, who's going to die on April 23rd one day in the future.
On different years.
Different years, yeah, not the same years. I can't stress that enough. I'm very young, don't worry about it. But because of that, I demanded that we do a special episode where the theme is Shakespeare, and it turns out that's really fucking hard to do. We both just kept confidently stating what play we were going to do and then confidently changing it at the last minute. And that happened like 3 times for me.
Yeah, I had 4 plays that I've four Shakespeare plays that I've never read before that I read synopses for this week. I definitely could have just read one of the plays in the amount of time it took me to choose a play.
Yeah. This did take me back to my conservatory days, my high school theater days, and all this stuff.
Conservatoire.
I went to a conservatoire, no big deal. Please stop trying to take my picture. But it took me back to all the times that I fully cheated and just used No Fear Shakespeare on SparkNotes, because that's exactly where I went again. I did read the play, and I watched part of the movie of mine. And it's great, and I'm going to watch the rest of it. I'm very excited.
Oh, can I watch with you?
What? Ew. No, like a date?
No.
Okay.
I mean, not if you don't want it to be.
So I watched your face scrunch up in disgust, right? But the way that the audio sounds is you going, no.
That was intentional.
You sound coy, but you look horrified.
That was intentional. That was all on purpose.
I
wanted only you to know that I was horrified and disgusted by the thought.
Yeah, our relationship is a sham.
We actually hate each other.
And that's
just like in Shakespeare. Yeah. And then we fall in love.
And then we're Shakespeare in love. Guys, watch Shakespeare in love.
Shakespeare.
Okay, so William Shakespeare. We have to get going because neither of our attention spans are going to be able to hold through this episode.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
But hey, if you're thinking, Shakespeare, I hardly know her. If you're thinking that. Or perhaps you're thinking, I would like a fairy tale, please. And not this weird Shakespeare shit that they're trying to throw at me. Guess what? We have an extra bonus episode that's just waiting for you. Max, take it away. Take away the bonus episode until they sign up for our Patreon. Tell them all about it.
So if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to.
Yeah, we won't force you.
You can join our Patreon. And for just $3 a month, you can join us on Discord with all the lovely people who are on our Discord. You can talk to us and stuff. And sometimes we'll even talk back.
We talk back constantly. We are
annoying. Also, if you have $7 that you want to give to us, you can... Is it $7?
$7.
Okay, you looked concerned.
It's just $7. Sorry, I was concerned because Fig started trying to push her butt through this curtain in the wall, and she looked like she had gotten stuck, except that it's just a curtain. And I was like, Fig, how are you managing this? Fig is our cat. Okay. So.
Fig's a human baby. So if you want to give us $7, you'll get not only that fancy schmancy Discord access, but also an entire brand new, extra, super secret, super special,
shiny,
fun,
and chrome.
shiny bonus episode every month. And they're really good. And they're a little bit weirder than this. Well, not than this. They're a little bit weirder than our normal episodes.
This is a little bit weirder than
I think we're both sleep deprived.
Okay, so we're doing this on a weekday. So we were supposed to do this on my birthday. Well, technically the day before my birthday. And then we were like, let's do it on my birthday because we needed an extra day. And now it's Wednesday. And we both have full-time jobs, and you're just going to have to accept this energy.
We both have full-time jobs and also other jobs.
Yeah. And you know what? We're fucking killing it.
We're doing great.
We're doing great.
You're just going to have to be happy with what you get. Also, join us on Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Join us on Patreon. $7. Woo, woo.
Woo, woo.
I'm looking for our lovely listener who is on our Discord, and I want to give them a shout-out.
Do you want to check the mics before you shout?
The mics are doing good. They'll be able to accept us as we are. Shout out to Kalia Liz, who made valedictorian this year.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that? Guys,
Yeah.
smart people listen to us, so join the Discord.
So,
If you like talking to smart people and you're like, I'm not getting that on by just listening to this podcast, which is crazy to me, go on to the Discord and tell Kalia Liz, congratulations, smarty pants.
I got to tell someone with a doctorate how to use a mail to address on Microsoft Windows today. So, not to brag.
Valedictorian too. That's what valedictorians do, right?
Probably. Do you want to do it?
I definitely want to do it. Guys, we'll be right back. Give us like 10, 15 minutes.
This is a bad episode.
Take off your pants!
No!
Okay, well, before we do it, I guess I'll tell you a tale. Are you ready, Max?
I suppose.
Woo!
Janey. Did I cut you off?
I feel like you fucking slapped me. I wish there was a camera on us sometimes. I wish we had like 2 cameras each pointed at our face so that you guys could see. I like wound up to do my cute, okay, Max. And fully thinking like Max is going to, as usual, ignore me and not say the cute, okay, Janey, or Janey, okay. And I was like, it's fine. I've gotten used to it. And I opened my mouth and you said Janey. And I felt like you had punched me in the stomach. I had a full world of thought.
I watched your psyche crumble. You went from excitement to horror and fear.
Okay. Okay, Max.
Janey.
Damn it. Today I'm going to tell you all about The Taming of the Shrew.
Oh.
It's Shakespeare's best comedy and least problematic play.
Wow.
Are you excited?
And it also involves the rearing of small animals?
Mm-hmm.
I
And
love it.
stars Julia Stiles.
Oh.
Ooh. All right. Are you ready? Have you ever read The Taming of the Shrew? What's your history with Taming of the Shrew?
Well, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
10 Things I Hate About You is one of my favorite movies.
It's the best movie of all goddamn time.
Yes, quite possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when I was in high school, I saw there was like a Shakespeare theater near where I lived, and they had a Shakespeare company that was amazing. They were really good. They were very funny.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a lot of people who like just only do Shakespeare are very funny people.
Yeah, you're thinking of Ross.
I am thinking of Ross Bryant. But they were like very, very funny, and it was a really cool like theater in the round, kind of like seats stacked up almost vertically, like a black box kind of.
Yeah.
It was great. And I saw The Taming of the Shrew, and the visible chemistry on screen or on stage, I'm normal, between the 2 like romantic leads was palpable. Like everyone was sweating. It was like, I remember, what was it? There's a line where she's like, well, if you do not like to be stung, then you best watch for my barb. And he is like, the barb in your tongue or the barb on your tail? And this guy dove between her legs and like scooted and then like put his head on his hands and like looked up at her. I was like, this is wild. Is this weirdly hot?
Is that about all you remember of it though? Is this their
I remember
chemistry?
some things. Mostly, yeah.
Okay. I'm excited for this because they do have a lot of chemistry. and you're not going to have any notes. Are you ready?
Okay.
The Taming of the Shrew. Usually underneath this, I put by so-and-so, right? But we know it's William Shakespeare, and instead I put, oh my good God. There once was a super rich English lord. He had everything he could have possibly wanted. He had friends, he had money, he had status, or as the British say, status. The cultured. But he was bored, and we should feel sorry for him. Aww. So,
I like that you're doing the audience reactions also.
I
am. but then he met someone.
That's not the audience reaction, that's a radio station.
Well, that's what you're doing.
So, one night, this rich, sad, bored English lord with the big penis, and yeah, he's also hot. Okay. He's wandering the streets with his friends, because he has lots of friends, remember? Mm-hmm. And money. And they come upon a poor tinker who's drunk out of his mind in front of a bar.
I mean, wouldn't you?
He's actually having like a full-on fight with the hostess of the bar, who's like, you broke a glass and you have to pay for it. And he's like, I won't pay for it and I shouldn't have to. She's like, yes, you should. You broke it. I'm going to call the police if you don't pay for it. And he's like, call them. You won't. No phones. And
those don't exist yet.
Then she like throws her hands up and she's like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. And then she stomps away and he's like, no, you go fuck myself. And then he passes out. So this rich English lord sees this man and he's like, oh my God, that was such a scene. Wouldn't it be funny if we pranked him? And so he's like, let's prank him. And he tells his friends, like, pick him up and bring him to my bed. Don't worry about it. It's not weird. And so they carry him back to his bed and they tuck him in. They also take off his clothes and they bathe him. It's not weird. You wouldn't put a dirty, drunk stranger in your bed.
I might.
Well, he doesn't. He puts a clean, squeaky clean stranger in his bed. The next morning, the tinker wakes up and understandably has a few questions. He's like, well, where? What? Where's that glass?
How? Who? Why?
When? So he has a few questions, right? He goes downstairs and he's like, I think I accidentally broke into this house and slept in this bed. And everyone downstairs is like, oh, the Lord has awoken. Oh, good morning, Lord. Because this is the prank. They decided to gaslight him into thinking he'd been Freaky Friday'd. And so he's like, I'm not a lord, I'm a tinker. I've actually had a couple jobs before because I'm bad at holding down jobs. I'm bad. So I'm just gonna head on out. And they're all like, oh Lord, every morning you do this. You have to keep up this charade. But please sit down and eat your breakfast at least. And also like read your paper as you always do. And he's like, what?
I can't read.
So he's like having a hard time with this. He's hungover, right? And this is a really weird bit. But eventually, by the way, his name is Christopher Sly, which is a good name.
Ooh, that is a good name.
So eventually he starts to warm up to the idea. He becomes even more enthusiastic when they present to him his wife, who's just a page boy they dressed up like a woman. Which is also, in Shakespeare plays, all of the parts were played by men, so all the women were just men dressed up like women. So this is a man playing a man dressed up as a woman, but he has to differentiate himself from the other women in the play. Wild.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna love some of the treats I got for you later.
So excited. So this beautiful page boy wife tells him that she's like overjoyed to see him awake and finally not talking about being a poor tinker. His insanity was cured and that made her extra sexy horny. Right? And the guy's like, oh, maybe I am a lord. Always have been.
I love my maid boy.
So Sly tells his friends that he wants a moment alone with his lovely wife with the lovely haircut. And he specifically, this is a projection, I have a sexy page boy haircut. He specifically tells her to go get naked immediately. And the page boy is like, oh, the doctor told me that I have to stay out of your bed for a few days or it'll kill you. So no.
I rolled around in poison. He said I had to leave you alone.
Plus, there is a troupe of actors staying at the house, and they want to put on a play for him.
So these are actors pretending to be people pretending to be actors.
And the play they put on is The Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, word?
Now the play is starting.
What in the fuck?
I kept going back thinking I was reading the wrong play.
What in the fuck?
It's an old switcheroo.
That isn't also true. Pretty sly.
Woo! I have theories about why Shakespeare did this. I have a very specific theory for why Shakespeare did this.
For fun?
No.
For not fun?
We'll talk about it. Here's what happens. By the way, most plays nowadays don't include that first part. This is part of the original play, but the reason why I have never heard of this part, I didn't know the play started out this way, and why you probably didn't, is because most of the time people skip this because it's not part of the play. I think Shakespeare was trying to send a message.
He's like, look, all these fancy people go to plays. They hire actors and writers.
Pranks
Wouldn't
are
you
fun,
like
actually.
to be like them?
Okay, so our play opens on a young, handsome man named Lucentio and his manservant, Tranio. They've come to Padua to go to prestigious university. Tranio isn't. He's just there to, be a servant.
They're gonna go Learnio.
They're gonna go learning. Oh, get ready for the most Italian of Italian names. So Lucentio is excited to learn, and Tranio is excited to party. They're both like, yeah, Padua! So Lucentio is talking about how excited he is to learn. He's like, university and studying, and I'm going to be a most scholarly young man, and the value of education, honestly, is important because I believe in the equal of all men, blah, blah, blah. And as he's saying all of these very real Shakespeare quotes that I am able to quote, of course, because I am quite smart. Valedictorian.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Was that happy birthday for you not arguing with me?
Yep.
Thank you. How many more do I get? 3?
None.
Damn it.
You hit the bottom of the barrel.
I wasted it. So as they're talking about these things, there's this huge commotion in the crowd. They look up and they catch sight of Baptista Minola and his 2 lovely daughters, Catherine and Bianca. Bianca is gorgeous and young and very modest and quiet, and she's being followed by 2 suitors. One, a young man named Hortensio, and the other one, Grumio, who's old.
What?
Romeo, but he's a groomer. He's super old.
Is that real?
Yes.
Is that really his name?
And Grumio. The urge, I kept accidentally typing gremlin and Grumodon.
Grumio is so fucking good.
Yes. Okay.
That's a really good burn from Shakespeare 1,000 years ago or whatever.
Grumio is super old. He's chasing after this fucking 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Gross.
A groomer.
He's Grumio and Juliet. So
Grumio and Druliet.
So Bianca is gorgeous. And Catherine is screaming. She is cursing.
Two genders.
She is cursing and physically trying to fight everyone who comes near her.
Hilarious.
So they overhear Baptista tell the suitors that he will not let Bianca get married until Catherine is married first. And they're like, but, my lord, no one will marry her. And he's like, I guess somebody's going to have to. If you want Bianca, then you're going to have to find somebody for Catherine. One of you could marry Catherine. And they're both like, whoa, look at over there, some bugs. And they just walk away because Catherine is, again, screaming. Just screaming. Good. Screeching like a goddamn owl.
Love it.
Okay. So Catherine hears them be like, I don't want to marry her. She sucks. And she's like, you know what? I think you suck.
Actually.
As they're having this all-out argument / mini brawl in the middle of the street. Lucentio, remember Lucentio, the young one, the Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Okay, that's Lucentio. The one that's in love with Bianca in
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that, and then you explained it too much, and I was like, am I wrong?
Okay, so Lucentio tells Tranio that he has fallen in love with the gorgeous Bianca. He's like, oh my god, I'm so turned on by her, quote, mild behavior and sobriety. That's also what turns me on.
That's the opposite of what I'm into.
So Baptista puts Bianca in their carriage, and he's like, I'm so sorry, my dear, but this is my rule. You can't marry until Catherine marries. And Bianca replies, quote, Sir, to your pleasure humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company. On them to look and practice by myself. She's like, I don't need love. I have books. She's pissed, but too polite to say so. And Baptista says, that's great. Books. Okay, so I'll hire a tutor so that you aren't sad about being doomed to be a spinster. A teacher for my lovely lady. And Bianca's like, oh, thanks. You shouldn't have. I'd rather have some dick. So,
Bianca.
So Baptista tells the guys to try to find a man for Catherine, or neither of them would have a chance. And then he says, quote, farewell, Catherine, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca. And Catherine's like, what the fuck? Am I supposed to just hang out in the street like a stray dog? No, I'm getting in the carriage. And then they all leave together. It is weird that he tried to ditch her.
Yeah.
This does prove, though, that he wants to get rid of Catherine. So he's so scared of being left alone in a house with Catherine that, like, he doesn't even want her in the carriage with them. He's terrified of her.
I love it.
Yeah. Good. Stay
fire.
Scared. So Horton and Gremlin plot to find Catherine a husband. And Gremlin says, a husband? A devil. And Hortensio is like, no, I said husband.
What's the difference?
But it's just, Grumio is so old that sometimes they just repeat things for him, and Shakespeare makes me laugh. So they put their rivalry for Bianca's hand aside, and they team up to find a husband that will marry Catherine for her money. Because that's literally all she has going for her. Like, no other man's going to, like, fall in love with her just for her, because she chases them away.
But what about for her vocal cords?
They love her
They're
screaming.
so limber.
You gotta go find, like, a nice deaf man who doesn't care if you hit him. That's who will marry Catherine. So they leave. And Lucencio and Tranio have this conversation about how in love he is with Bianca, who he has never spoken to, but he saw her once, and he's like, that's the woman for me. Tranio has this amazing idea to have Lucencio pretend to be a teacher so he could be hired as Bianca's tutor. That'll, like, you know, they can get to know each other, and he doesn't have to, like, become one of his suitors, right?
Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Exactly like that. But unlike Joseph Gordon-Levitt, you know, his sweet little friend that is
Mr. Universe.
Is that really? Okay.
From Serenity?
Okay, not like he won the Mr. Universe. No. I was like, shock upon shocks. Good for them.
He was also in the Santa Claus. He was Bernard.
Is that the same actor
Yes.
that played Bernard?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a supercut on TikTok of Bernard in the first Santa Claus, and legitimately my mouth started. I was like, "Whoa, this is weird!" Like, he's so hot in that movie, and it took a weird TikTok edit for me to realize.
Oh, I had a big thing for Bernard for sure.
He's hot. He's hot in that
also,
movie.
he's fussy, and I like that.
I think the fact that he was so fussy distracted me from how hot he is. Anyway, guys.
No.
Justice for Bernard.
I like how angry he got about the rules. That's fun to me.
That was a Max thing. I liked the old little girl that kept giving him hot chocolate. I was into that character.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, I'm a million years old. Drink your cocoa. And then, like, the next scene, she's like, hello, I'm a million years old. You haven't drank your cocoa yet.
My cocoa not being drank senses are tingling.
But this isn't about the Santa Claus. This is about Taming of the Shrew. Okay.
And Bernard.
Unlike Bernard in that, or I'm going to call him Bernard. I can't remember his name. Unlike him, who's just, like, helping him, he actually pretends to be Lucencio. So their thing is, like, she's being wooed by these two suitors. We need them to be distracted, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tranio disguises himself as Lucencio, and he goes up and he's like, I would also like to marry Bianca. I'm very rich. And he becomes friends with the other two suitors, and then he just distracts them so that Lucencio can pretend to be a tutor and get close to Bianca, and they can fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what's happening. Everyone's pretending to be everyone else in this play. It's about to get real Shakespeare. Does that sound familiar to you? Is that the plot of As You Like It?
It is. It is exactly the plot of As You Like It.
Every single Shakespeare play, he had one move.
And it's a good one.
It's a really good one. Anyway, this is me setting it all up. So meanwhile, back in the real world, okay, we finished this. They've made their plan. They're like, I'm going to pretend to be a tutor. He has another servant come up. His name is Biondello. And Biondello's like,
Is
hi.
Bianca in disguise?
Bianca Dunk.
Milord.
So Biondello comes in and he's like, hi guys, are we just being servants and masters? Good to see you. I would also like to play. And they're like, cool. you're part of the scheme. And he's like, okay. Anyway, I don't know. He barely even comes up, but I'm going to mention him later. So just Biondello's a character, okay? You can't say I never mentioned him.
I certainly can, and I will.
Well, I'll play back the tape.
Well, you can't.
Proof.
Because then we'll have to go back really far, and that's inconvenient and unpleasant.
30 minutes and 45 seconds. God damn it, we're so far. Okay. Back in the real world. Christopher Sly, remember him, the tinker from before?
Oh,
he's watching
Chucky
the play.
Sly.
Yeah. Chuck is a shorthand for Charles. Christopher Sly is watching the play, and he's not minding it, to be honest. He's like, oh, not bad. But he mentions to his pageboy wife that he'd rather they were fucking, and that's the last we're going to hear from them. He's like,
this is good, but not as good as sex. Am I right?
He's like, this play is pretty good, but it'd be better on my bedroom floor. And that's it. Curtains for Christopher Sly. It's so weird that this is a thing.
Classic Chucky Sly.
Chuck is a nickname for Charles. So
Classic
Grumadon,
Chucky Sly.
Gremlin, Grumadon, Grumio from before.
Mm-hmm. Romeo and Juliet.
He has the perfect person.
Good for him.
To marry Catherine.
Oh.
His name is Petruchio. Yeah. Okay, good. You gasped like you were gonna.
It's Heath Ledger. I got excited. I
It's
forgot
Heath
that he
Ledger.
was coming.
Yes, okay. So Petruchio just arrived in Padua from Verona, okay? And his sole purpose in life is to find a rich wife. His father just died, and he wants to double his fortune. And so he's like, hello, Grumadon, I'm here. Hello, Grumio, I'm here. This is hard to type. He's like, I'm here to find a rich wife. Nothing else. She can literally be the worst person in the world, and I wouldn't care, because I'm also the worst person in the world. You don't believe me? Watch this. And he just fucking knocks shit off the shelf.
He punches an orphan.
That's like basically his whole vibe. And so Grumio is like, I have such great news for you. This is how fortuitous. So he and Hortensio are like, we have the perfect woman for you. Catherine, she's horrible, and she screams, and she's rich. And he's like, great. I don't like or care about women at all, so I'll take it. And they're like, okay, but she is terrible. And Hortensio's like, dude, I feel bad for you. She's crazy. Like, you need to know what you're getting into. And he's like, stop talking. You're only turning me on more.
I love it when a woman screams
So
and screeches all day long.
they keep telling him, you won't like Catherine, and you're going to be deeply unhappy, and she's going to make you miserable. And he's like, challenge accepted. Like, he is into this now.
Love
so
it.
now he wants to prove a point, and he wants to make money. So this is when Hortensio comes up with another wacky plan. He's like, you know what? If you're going to be marrying Catherine, that means I need to start vying for Bianca's hand. And I need to somehow get ahead of a million-year-old Grumadon here. So how am I going to do that? What if I disguise myself, somebody who they have already met? What if I disguise myself as a lowly music teacher? And then I tutor her, and we get together, and we fall in love that way. Perfect. And he goes off to, do that. So now we have two men disguising themselves as her teacher.
This is why we have background checks.
100%. What this poor kid. Unfortunately for him, Licencio has already gotten hired by Grumio. Licencio went up and was like, I can be a teacher. I know classical languages. And Grumio's like, great. Well, you're hired. And I'll just bring you to her father. And great. And Hortensio's like, I'm going to be a teacher. And Grumio's like, oh, man, I wish you had told me before. I already hired that guy. It's like a really weird comedy, you know?
Classic comedy.
Okay. So everybody's pretending to be her teacher. They're all trying to seduce her as her teacher. Now Tranio is disguised as Licencio, and he's like, guys, what if we were all friends? And they're all like, well, we can get one drink, and then they go off to be bros. Okay.
Aww.
So that's where they're at. Licencio is seducing her. Tranio's doing his job, distracting the other suitors. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's all working out. So the next morning opens up on Catherine chasing a screaming, tied-up Bianca around the house, beating her senseless and screaming, tell me who you like! Tell me who your crush is! And Bianca's running around going, I don't have a crush! I'm just followed by these men! All right, so as Bianca Bianca is like, oh my, which one do you like? You can have them. I don't care or want these men. And Catherine's like, I don't like anybody, but I don't like that you like them and you won't tell me. And so her father comes downstairs and he's like, girls, what is going, Bianca, why are you tied up and bleeding? So he unties Bianca and he's like, okay, you need to leave before your sister murders you. And at this point, Catherine is like, you love Bianca more than me.
If you loved me, you would let me smack her more.
So she says, quote, what, will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see she is your treasure. She must have a husband. I must dance barefoot on her wedding day, and for your love to her lead apes in hell. Talk not to me. I will go sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge. And Baptista is like, oh, brother. Daughters.
Women, am I right?
This is where we start to realize that Catherine maybe isn't... It's hard because what we kind of find out is that it's not so much that Catherine doesn't want to get married. It's just that she's in this weird cycle where she pushes men away and then they run away from her. It's not a cycle. I guess it's just a cause and effect.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a circle, more of a line.
I don't know how to say it. It's just that we see a little bit of jealousy. Actually, we see a lot of jealousy. She's literally, she tied her sister up and she's beating her.
Like a self-perpetuating, like, fallacy of some kind.
She's, like, stuck in a rut herself, you know, and she doesn't know how to get out of it. And I think people, because of how unruly she is, she lashes out. And every time she lashes out, she, you know, basically nobody will rise to meet her. And she, I think, is feeling
which
horrible.
Makes her want to lash out.
Yeah, and she's also feeling like her sister is the favorite, and that's probably been her whole entire life. And so she's having a rough time.
Yeah.
This is her fault, but she's still having a rough time. So Grumio Licencio, disguised as a teacher named Cambio.
This is stupid. He just took a bunch of sounds and put EO at the end of it.
Get ready. Hortensio, disguised as another school teacher named Litio. Tranio, disguised as Licencio, and Biondello, who is just a servant. They all show up at the house. And also Petruchio's there. God damn it, Shakespeare, god damn it. Okay,
dumb.
So all these men are here, right? A couple of them are there to vie for Bianca's hand. One of them is just a servant. And then there's Petruchio, who's like, hello, I'm here to meet Catherine, who I hear is lovely and nice and sweet and modest and will make a good wife, and I'm here to be her husband. And Baptista is like, yeah, you don't want to marry Catherine. Somebody lied to you. She's terrible. She's literally none of those things. And I don't want to lie to you because I care about humanity. I don't think it's nice to lie. And then he looks over and he's like, who are you? And then like Hortensio, disguised as Litio, music teacher, is like, I'm a teacher. I'm here to teach Catherine music. Baptista's like, you can fucking try, dude. Go ahead. Go teach her music. And he's like, okay. And he goes off like, I'm going to get in good with the sister. So the teachers, including described as Cambio, they go off to teach the girls something. And Petruchio and Baptista talk about details, dowry size, etc.
Just that.
Petruchio tells him that as prickly as Catherine is, he's 10 times worse. They're perfect for each other. However, in the middle of their conversation where Petruchio is like, literally, this is what I was made for, dude. Give me your daughter. Please. Hortensio comes back in the middle and he's just bleeding everywhere. And there's just like a broken fucking lute still stuck to his head. And he's like, I tried to teach her how to play the lute and she smashed it on my head. And Baptista is like...
And I told her, that's not how you do that. And then she smashed me with it again.
Ow! Ow! And so Baptista says, quote, what, will my daughter prove a good musician? And Hortensio says, I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lutes. And so Petruchio hears this, and he tells her father that he's more in love with her than he's ever been. He's like, that's my lady. And he says, I must have that unpleasant goblin lady. I must. So, Catherine comes in, and he immediately decides to, 1, call her Kate, which she hates, and 2, to disagree with everything she says. This is the conversation you're talking about, and this is the last time we're going to be happy, so please hold on to it. So Petruchio says, quote, "Take this of me, Kate, of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs, myself am moved to woo thee for my wife." And Catherine says, "Moved, in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable." And you might be thinking, what's a movable?
Someone that you can move.
And he says, "Why, what's a movable?"
Context.
And Catherine says, "A joint stool." And Petruchio says, "Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me." And she says, "Asses are made to bear, and so are you." And he says, "Women are made to bear, and so are you." I'm gonna put a baby in you. Yep. And so, also in this conversation, Petruchio calls her a wasp. And she says, quote, "If I be waspish, best beware my sting." And he then says, "My remedy is then to pluck it out." And she says, "Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies." I'm like, God damn! You couldn't find it if I drew you a map. God, that's such a good fucking...
Yeah.
They're both being so witty and sexual.
Yeah, in an angry way.
Yeah.
And that's
good
for me.
So Petruchio says, "Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail." And Catherine says, "In his tongue." And he says, "Whose tongue?" And she says, "Yours, if you talk of tails, and so farewell." And he says, "What, with my tongue in your tail? Nay, come again, good Kate, I am a gentleman." He wants to lick your butthole.
I don't know if that is what that means.
That's what that means. His tongue in her tail. So at one point, she straight up hits him. She just punches him. And he tells her, "You hit me again, I'm going to hit you back. That's your warning. I'm going to punch you."
Oh, like in The Princess Bride.
Yeah. And she says, "If you do, you'll lose both of your arms. I'm going to rip
They'll
your
fall
arm
off.
I'm cursed." And... okay, so I don't have to describe this whole scene, but I think it's very fun. So Petruchio tells her that he heard she was supposed to be terrible and mean, but he thinks she's actually docile and sweet. And that royally pisses her off because she's like, "No, I'm not.
I'm rude and bad."
So he says basically like, "I'm going to marry you whether you like it or not." So here's a note. Catherine is used to terrifying stupid men, right? She's used to being terrifying to stupid men by like saying one mean thing and then they like faint and clutch their pearls. And then they leave her alone. Petruchio is witty, and he also went in prepared to turn everything she says into a sexual innuendo. And she's genuinely kind of dumbfounded. She doesn't know what to make of this man who won't go away and is like, "I'm gonna marry you. Whether you like it or not, you're mine now. Thank you. Come on." She's like, "No." What? So her father returns and asks how their meeting went. And because she's quiet for suddenly, and he's like, "I've never heard her quiet. Hello, how did it go?" And Petruchio tells him, "We have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day." And Catherine says, "I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first." Absolutely the fuck not.
And he's like, "Don't you mean hung?"
Don't worry, you're gonna see it. So... then after she says, "I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first," which I physically went, woo! Grumio says, "Hark, Petruchio." She says she'll see you hanged first. Grumio.
You old fart.
So Petruchio tells Baptista that she couldn't keep her hands off of him. He's like, "Actually, she was like all over me. She kept trying to kiss me and like telling me how much she loved me and how handsome she thought I was. Isn't that weird?" I thought that was weird too, but I guess I'll still marry her. And Catherine doesn't say anything. She's looking at him like, "What the fuck?" What? Didn't happen. But she doesn't say that. And Baptista is like, "That's wonderful. You'll be married on Sunday." And then he like slaps his hands together like, "I'm free." Then he leaves.
Job well done to
Petruchio. Say his name is Petruchio.
I was trying to think it's not Vincenzo, but I keep thinking Vincenzo. The dad.
Okay, I was going to say, there is a Vincenzo later.
What?
Yeah, the dad's name is Battista.
Ah.
Baptista. So immediately, because now Catherine is set to be engaged, the three suitors who are vying for Bianca just start fist fighting. They're like, "Not me!" And so Baptista is like, listen, you don't have to fight each other. Whoever's richest can have her. And then he leaves. Okay. Act 3. Bianca Lucentio as Cambio the Latin teacher and Hortensio as Lydio the music teacher are all hanging out. This is Shakespeare.
This is a nightmare.
Hortensio is trying to get her to come over and take a music lesson, but as he's tuning his lute, Lucentio writes in Latin, this is a scene in 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah. He writes in Latin, I am Lucentio, son unto Vincencio of Pisa, disguised thus to get your love. And that Lucentio, the quote-unquote Lucentio that's like, that comes a-wooing is my man Tranio, bearing my port that he might beguile the old pantaloon. I don't think he's good at Latin. I don't think he meant to write pantaloon.
The old butt.
The old pair of jeans.
Old jorts over there.
So he sends her this note. She's reading it out loud, and she's like, okay, and that guy over there isn't Lucentio. He's Tranio, my servant. He's not a pantaloon. And then she's reading it. Hortensio is like, oh, madam, my instrument is in tune now. And Bianca's like, show me. And he starts to play, and she goes, nah, the treble's off. And he's like, oh, okay. And he starts to tune it again. And so she answers in Latin, because she speaks Latin, because Bianca's smart as hell. And she says, I know you not, I trust you not. Take heed, he hear us not. Presume not, despair not. And then she, flips her hair and flips him off.
Like you just did in real life.
And she tells him that she might trust him one day, but at the moment she does not. Good day. And he's like,
farewell.
And so Hortensio calls her over, and he gives her some sheet music to sing. And the lyrics are this super lame love poem that's just like, love me, I am actually Hortensio who loves you, and if you say you won't love me, I'll be sad and cry a lot. It's just like a really...
Ooh.
Ooh, girl, I'll pee my pants if you don't love me. It's just really pathetic. And she says, basically, she's like, this music sucks. Whoever wrote it is a loser. Do you know Freebird? And he
you know any Taylor?
And so she's like, you suck. She gave Lucentio some hope, but she basically just crushed Hortensio's dreams right there. She's like, whoever wrote this needs to get a fucking life. And then she stands up and leaves. And Hortensio straight up is like, you know what? If she doesn't love me, I could probably marry that widow down the street. And then he just kind of walks away.
Forever?
So it's Catherine's wedding day now. Okay. And Petruchio is late. Really, hours late. And she has been waiting at the altar, and she is horrified because it took her this long to even agree to get married. This was a huge thing. And then now it looks like she's being stood up. So she starts crying and she leaves. Petruchio eventually does show up, but he's dressed in smelly old rags. He specifically went out and basically borrowed somebody's clothes and then rolled around in shit. And he found this horrible, this old dying horse that he's basically beating to get up this hill, and he just looks horrible. Also, Grumio is with him, and for some reason he's dressed exactly the same way. I'm like, Grumio, they know you. Why are you doing this?
Petruchio was like, this is the fashion, actually. Grumio was like, this is how I'll get her.
Gremlin will win the girl. So he gets up there, and everyone, first of all, he's super late. Second of all, he's dressed horribly. And Baptista is like, you need to go and change. My daughter was sitting here waiting for you. She's not great, but she doesn't deserve to be married like this. You should go change. And Petruchio's like, no, I'm not going to go change. I'm going to go find her at the church. And then he rides off to find Catherine. So Lucentio and Tranio stay behind. They discuss whether it would be better to just elope with Bianca, because the only way to actually marry her would be to bring his father in, and he doesn't think his father would give his blessing to marry Bianca, because he's supposed to be in university. He's kind of skipping school in order to try to marry this girl. And they're like, it might be better to elope. And as they're scheming, Grumio enters. And he's like, I was just at that wedding and it was awful. I had to leave because of the secondhand embarrassment.
Also, do you guys like my new poop suit?
I just
pretty
got
trendy,
it
huh?
off a dead guy. So they were like, oh, it was horrible? I mean, yeah, Catherine ruins everything. And he's like, no, Petruchio ruined it. He's way worse than her, it turns out. And he says, at the altar, Petruchio cursed loudly, punched the priest, threw a bunch of food around, and then when the priest got up, he splashed wine in his face. And Catherine was just sitting there, like, in horror, like, you can't punch a priest. Oh my God, you can't throw food at a priest. Why are you being so mean to this priest? What did he do? So, the wedding goes on anyway. They get married. The priest finishes the rites, which I'm like, honestly, customer service is an A+ at that church.
Tip that priest.
Tip him right over.
Knock him on his ass.
The wedding party gets back, and they start to prepare the wedding feast. But Petruchio tells them they will not be staying. No, they must leave that very moment before the feast. He's like, no, we can't eat, we must be going. And Catherine tells him, listen, if you want to leave, there's the goddamn door. But this is my house, and a feast for me, and I'm not leaving until I'm good and ready. Unfortunately for her, Petruchio says this, quote, this is what he says about her. He's like, first of all, I'm your husband, and you have to do what I say. And then he says this about her, quote, she is my goods, my chattels. She is my house, my household stuff, my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. That's his quote about her. And then he pretends she's being attacked by thieves who want to steal his property, and he throws her over his shoulder and carries her out screaming, fear not, sweet wench, they shall not touch thee. And then he just, like, runs out. She's like, what the fuck is happening? And because they're married, her father's like, well, she's his problem now, goodbye.
And that's what love is.
On the way to Petruchio's house, Catherine accidentally falls off the wagon and into mud. I say accidentally like that because I think he pushed her. So she's she's thrown into some mud. Petruchio throws such a fit that the horses run off and they walk the rest of the way. When they finally get in, hours later, exhausted, dirty, and starving because she wasn't allowed to eat and, stay and eat dinner, Petruchio screams at all the servants for doing everything wrong. They're like scrambling to appease him. They're like, what can we do? Like what? He's like, make the dinner. And they're like, we didn't know you were coming back today. So they rush to make food, but everything they bring her, he's like, it's burnt, you're terrible. And he keeps throwing the food off the table and stomping on it and throwing it at people's heads and shit. And Catherine's like, you need to calm down. What the fuck is wrong with you? Food is fine. Just let me eat something. Come on. Also, stop yelling at them. They're doing fine. And he's like, no. If it's not perfect, you can't have it because you deserve the very best because you're my lady love. And she's like, okay, but I'm hungry. And he's like, no, you'll eat tomorrow when they can get their shit together. And then he carries her off to her bedroom. But he won't let her sleep because he keeps claiming that the bed isn't made perfectly. And so for days, he starves her and doesn't let her sleep. So she literally starts going crazy. Yeah, is this as fun as you thought it was, Max?
It's not.
I told you the last time we were going to have fun was during their witty banter.
A lot of this is against the Geneva Convention and...
Yeah, no, these are FBI torture techniques.
Yeah, that's some Gitmo shit.
It's horrible. Okay, so he reveals his grand plan to the audience, twirling his fucking mustache and shit. And he's like, I'm going to deprive her of food and sleep until she's obedient and loves me.
And I'm the good guy.
And it's me, the lead. After several days of basically starving her, she is literally begging Grumio for food. Grumio is there, and she's like, just give me food.
Why is Grumio there?
I think he's his, head servant. It's really weird. I have no idea. He runs his household. But also, he gets to, vie for Bianca's hand in marriage.
Who's the servant?
Grumio. It's, okay, Shakespeare wasn't clear, so I'm just gonna push past it. So, Grumio's there, and she's like, give me some food, please. I'm so goddamn hungry. It's been days, and I'm, barely living off of anything. I'm so tired, just I need food. And he starts teasing her because this is a comedy. And he offers her dishes and he's like, would you like some roast beef? And she's like, yes. And he's like, can't. It's a little bit burnt and that's not good enough for you. How about some hot dog with mustard? And she's like, yes. And he's like, mustard's too spicy. Not good enough for you. And he just keeps doing this until she's like, you can go fuck yourself. I see what you're doing and it's not nice. I'm hungry. You're basically feeding me just by saying the names of food right now. And
what about some morel risotto with beef tips? What do you think?
Delicious. Yes, I will have some. You can't.
No!
That was me.
I don't understand what beef tips are.
You'll get more than the tip. Wait. So, eventually,
here's a tip. It's beef.
Here's a tip. Should have been nicer to Grumio. So, Eventually, Petruchio comes in and gives her a meal. He's like, here you go. I finally found a meal perfect for you. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes. And so she immediately is like, yes. But the second she starts to eat it, he's like, okay, no time for that. We have to go to your father's house. And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, we're going to go visit your father's house. And she's so excited. She's like, yeah. Okay, yeah, I really want to be out of this goddamn house where I'm being starved and sleep deprived. Like, I would love to go to my father's house. And he, like, grabs the plate. She's not finished eating. He grabs it from her and he's like, okay, we must have all, beautiful new clothes. So I invited the tailor over to fit us. And so the tailor is sent for, and he starts fitting Petruchio immediately. And she's like, okay, you look great. And Petruchio, like, screams and rages at the tailor for being so stupid and for making such terrible clothes. And everything Catherine said she likes, Petruchio disagrees with. And he calls the tailor, like, a stupid idiot, and he finally sends him away. And he's like, fine, you know what? We're going to go to your father's house dressed exactly like this, which I'm pretty sure she's wearing the same clothes that she fell in the mud with, right? Like, it hasn't changed in days. And so she's like, okay, I guess. Like, as long as I can get out of this weird prison, yes, we can do whatever you want.
This is harrowing.
It gets worse.
No.
It gets worse. Petruchio comments that, as it is 7 now, they will make it to her father's house by dinner time. And Catherine points out it's actually 2 p.m., so we're going to make it there, like, a lot later. And Petruchio rages that now they will not go to her father's house today because the time is whatever he says it is. And he says, quote, I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
Heath Ledger would never.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
I want to talk extensively about how great 10 Things I Hate About You was. They changed it in all the fucking best way. They chose okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Back at Baptista's house. Remember the other B-plot about Bianca that for some reason matters? It literally doesn't. So,
do you remember the C-plot of the Frame story where there's the guy who's being tricked into thinking he's the king?
I forgot about that guy because he doesn't come back. I've studied this so much and I forgot Christopher Sly existed until just now. Oh, God. So back at Baptista's house, Tranio has hired someone to pretend to be his/Lucentio's father, Vincentio.
I'm gonna start breaking stuff.
So the actor convinces Baptista that he approves of the marriage, and then they get his blessing. And the three of them, Tranio, Baptista, and the fake father, fake Lucentio, fake father, real Baptista, they leave to discuss the financial details, the dowry, etc. This gives Lucentio enough time to plan a hasty secret wedding and convince Bianca to elope with him. Meanwhile...
Oh, that's the whole thing?
That's the whole B-plot, okay. Meanwhile, on the way to their house, Petruchio points up at the sky and says, wow, the moon is so bright. And it's like the middle of the afternoon, and Catherine's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not the moon, that's the sun. And at this, Petruchio stops the horses and says, oh, we're not continuing forward until you admit that I'm right and that we're actually looking at the moon. And she's like, oh my God. She's exhausted. She's terrified. She's starving. She's weak. And she's like, okay, you know what? Whatever. If you say it's the moon, it's the moon. I agree. And he goes, you're a goddamn liar then, because that's the sun. And she's like, okay, it's the sun. All right, we're looking at the sun. And he's like, great. I guess we can keep going then. And they start walking again. They continue on until they meet an old man, Vincencio, Lucencio's real father, who is walking to meet his son.
What the fuck?
Petruchio tells her, look at that beautiful young woman. Wow, go say hi to her. And Catherine says, like, without, because again, she's now catching on to what this is. And she goes, hello, beautiful young woman. You're so beautiful and such a woman.
And young.
Hello, young.
To boot.
Wow. And Petruchio, in front of this man, who's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just walking here. Petruchio says, God, you're so stupid. That's obviously an old man. And Catherine's like, I guess I don't have my glasses on. You're obviously an old man. That's my bad. And the man is like, are you pranking me? Like, is this how they...
Is Ashton Kutcher here?
Is this what they do in Padua? I'm from Pisa, where the tower that leans is.
We got lots of pizza there. You want some? And then he pulls out a pizza from behind his back.
From the back of his pants? Ew, no thank you. I don't want your weird butt pizza. So Vincenzio tells him that he's there to visit his son Lucentio. And Petruchio happily tells him that his son is marrying Bianca, Catherine's sister. And he's like, that makes you kind of my father-in-law. And Vincenzio's like, is this a prank?
What's real?
My son didn't tell me any of this. Also, again, I'm an old man. Not a beautiful young woman, but thank you. I do get that a lot.
Excuse me, miss? You're going to be my father-in-law.
So, hello, Miss Papa. They get to the house moments after Lucentio and Bianca leave to elope, so they just missed him. When they arrive, Vincenzio tells everyone that he's Lucentio's father, and he's like, hi, you must be so excited to meet me. And that makes everything super awkward, because Baptisto, Tranio, pretending to be Lucentio, and this actor are all there, and the actor, like, there's, like, this long pause, and the actor's like, imposter! Fucking arrest him!
What else can you do, you know?
Nothing. He doubles down, and he's like, arrest him! And they're literally about to drag Vincenzio to jail. He's like, what the fuck is happening?
Padua is terrible.
He also recognizes Tranio, and he's like, Tranio, tell them! And Tranio's like, never seen him in my life. And he's like, you're fired! So he's about to go to actual jail when Lucentio and Bianca show back up, newly married. And they explain everything after Tranio, the actor, and the other servant, Biondello. Remember him? I told you he comes back. They, like, run away super fast.
Wait a minute. No, you didn't.
They like book it out of there. And so Lucentio and Bianca are like, no, please don't be mad at us. We were just super in love and we're already married. So like, you can't be mad at us. And so they get forgiven. Okay. So as everyone leaves to go inside, all right, they're like, cool, let's go celebrate. Catherine starts to follow them because they've all just showed up there. But Petruchio stops her and says, we can go in when you give me a kiss. And Catherine is like, we're on a crowded street. No. Also, remember, this is like the 1600s. Mm-hmm. They just got married and it's been horrible. Also, this is like a town where everyone knows her and shit. Like, she doesn't want to, do PDA. Doesn't want to do it. And so she's like, no. And he's like, why are you horrified to kiss me? And she's like, no, I don't want to kiss in front of all these people. And he's like, okay, well, if you won't kiss me publicly, then I guess we could just turn around and go home. And he starts to drag her away. And she's like, okay, fine, I'll kiss you. Sure. And then they have this big romantic kiss in the middle of the street. And then they go inside. So later, Petruchio, Hortensio, and Lucentio. And Vincenzio. I'm just saying, he's also there. So the three men, right? Hortensio,
and
by the way.
And Vincenzio, not Vincenzio. Focenzio.
Who? He's not in this story. So, Petruchio Hortensio, who actually just married that widow. Remember when he was like, if Bianca won't love me, I'll marry that widow? He went and married her immediately.
Good for them.
So, Petruchio, Hortensio, and Lucentio begin to discuss their wives. And the two men are giving Petruchio a hard time for having to marry this horrible bitch, right? And Petruchio is like, oh, I bet my wife is more obedient than yours. And they're like, she absolutely is not. We both know her. And he's like, okay, well then why don't we bet on it? Why don't we put some money down? And they each bet like 100 crowns, right? Like a lot of fucking money.
$1 million.
And they're doing the Dr. Evil pinky thing. So they were like, so this is the bet. He's like, the women are all out of the room. We'll just each command our wives to come, and whoever obeys will win, basically, whichever wife comes first. So Lucentio, not in like the fun way, because this is 1600 and they don't care about women. So they just need to walk into the room. So Lucentio is confident his bride will win. Bianca is like clearly the more subservient of all of them, right? So he sends the servant to fetch her. However, she sends the servant back and he's like, she's busy and she says she'll be there soon. And everyone's like, oh, your wife fucking hates you. You got a bad wife. And so next, Hortensio tries. And his new bride is like, no explanation. I just don't want to come.
Decline.
And they're like, oh, that widow killed her husband for sure. You're next. And so finally, Petruchio sends for Catherine. And everyone is amazed when Catherine comes right away. But when she gets there, he tells her, go back and get the other women. And so she leaves. And she gets the other women. And everyone's like, what the fuck? How'd you get her to do that? And so when they all come back, Petruchio says, Catherine, I hate your hat. Step on it. And she takes off her hat and she steps on it. And he's like, good. And everyone now is like, what the fuck? Bianca's like, why the fuck did you do that? And the widow is like, is this a prank? Am I being pranked? This is weird. Anybody else think this is really upsetting? After this, he orders her to tell the other women, quote, what duty they do owe their lords and husbands. And this is part of her. She gives a long speech, and this is part of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee. But love, fair looks, and true obedience, too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as the subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. And then Petruchio says, well, there's a wench, orders her to kiss him, and they do. And the play ends, because that's how Petruchio... That's how Petruchio tames the shrew. That's the taming of the shrew. That's his greatest comedy, Max.
Explain the joke to me, Shakespeare.
Okay, so here, Christopher Sly. I heard a theory, and I agree with it, that what he was kind of doing was being like, that this was more of a commentary, because even at Shakespeare's time, the plays leading up to this were all usually jokes about physically beating your wife into submission, and that was the joke, right? Because they were written by men, they were all played by men, and it was funny to watch men, like, beat their wives and murder their wives on stage. And so Shakespeare writes this, like, groundbreaking feminist masterpiece where the husband does not beat her into submission. Instead, he gaslights and tortures her and, like, psychologically tortures her, right?
Also physically tortures her.
Yes, but, like, he's not, like, beating her, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's part of the comedy, is that he's not actually... And that's the joke. But... And it is a commentary. A lot of this is like a social commentary that you could look at. It's not great. It's not commenting nearly enough, but it is. And so I think that putting Christopher Sly at the beginning was being like, see, now even in this, Christopher Sly, who's in this weird, wild prank, he's in like a weird Freaky Friday situation, like Truman Show shit. Now he's watching a play within a play, and it's ridiculous, and even he's like, I mean, I guess it's okay, but I'd rather be getting laid. You know, like, so even he's like, this is not great, but I'll keep watching. So I think that Shakespeare was like, I mean, like, I don't think this, but, like, you idiots are gonna think this, and he had to, like, put out, like, a little, not me necessarily, because not all men, but you for sure. You know, like, doesn't that seem like more of a commentary on how Shakespeare wanted you to know how he thought? Than anything, because that it's so out of place he never comes back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to me, specifically because, and this is, I am fully just making this up as I'm going along.
Okay.
But the whole story is about, like, people pretending to be of a different class than they are. And so Sly, old Chucky Sly,
it's just not Chucky Sly.
It's Chucky Sly. Chucky Sly is a tinker who is now pretending he's getting gaslit in his own way.
He is.
But he's also pretending at this point to be a lord. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's a little bit of sort of Shakespeare being like, if he actually had class, he would know that this is a bad play.
Yeah.
Only someone as classless as a tinker pretending to be a lord to fuck a boy maid would think that this is
sexy, sexy page boy wife.
That's a very optimistic way of thinking about it, but I think the idea of, like, oh, he is pretending to be someone who sits and watches plays, and he's like, this is good. The only thing that is better than this is, like, the most base of, like, at the time, again, like, this idea of, like, sex as being something that is, like, barbaric almost. And it's like the only thing that he would like more than this is to bone. See? What a bad man.
I mean,
and he likes it. What do you think? Do you like it? You're like him and you're bad.
It's really weird. I don't know. I think Shakespeare loves Petruchio. The way that he writes Petruchio, the sexual tension that he does put in there, I think Petruchio was supposed to be a hero, personally. I will say, people still put on this play constantly, right? They're constantly adapting it. This is in every fairy tale that we talk about. I mean, we've talked about this recently.
This is very Bluebeard also.
It's very Bluebeard. Yeah, we talked about, not Bluebeard.
The Robber Bridegroom? No.
We just did it too. Anyway, it's in like a lot of fairy tale tropes and stuff as well, right? The idea of like having to tame your woman, having to train your wife on how to be a good wife, how to train your dragon wife. So So nowadays when people put it on, they usually cut the Christopher Sly bit because it doesn't make sense to have it, right? And then you would also have to have, like, those actors would probably be playing actors in the play, and it's just too confusing. Yeah. More confusing than Vincenzo, Lucentio, Hortensio, Grumio, all the rest of them. So, just fucking Shakespeare. But when they put it on now, a lot of times they give Catherine more agency. Like, Catherine has winks to the camera. Like, a lot of people put it on, like, Catherine is playing him right back. Like, she's going along with a lot of this stuff, but also getting what she wants as well. So it's more of an equal give and take. They're both terrible together, sort of like Catherine and Heathcliff sort of thing. You have to change the play to do that. Mm-hmm. But that's usually... So I think the version you probably saw really heavily focused on the sexual tension and didn't focus on the psychological torture and the gaslighting and the very clear abuse. I think some plays also omit certain scenes, The kiss is probably consensual in many of the plays, but both of those kisses are horrifying.
Yeah, they're commanded.
They're genuinely awful. Yeah. Reading them, you get, like, chilled to the bone. So, I don't know. In order to put it on today, it does show you kind of, like, this is what it was like to be a woman back in the 1600s. This is what society thought was funny. I don't think society's too far off from this still, unfortunately, but, but that's the Taming of the Shrew. Yeah. Now let's all go watch 10 Things I Hate About You.
God, what a good movie.
Also, Elizabeth Taylor plays Catherine in the 1967 movie. And she's hilarious. She's like, I'm a shrew. She acts like a fucking gremlin and she's dirty.
I love it. Mm-hmm. The thing that I kept waiting for is that in 10 Things I Hate About You, there's a point where he is too mean. Yeah. He fucks up and he, like, makes her really upset and she's like, I don't want to be around you anymore. And then he has to be like...
He wins her back.
Exactly. He does, like, his big gesture or whatever, which is, I mean...
But he also isn't too mean. That's what makes the movie so good.
The degree of too mean is much shallower than it is here.
Well, he embarrasses her because she puts herself out there. This is him showing up late for their wedding, I think. That's that scene. Because... she put herself out there for the first time. She was vulnerable. She was super drunk and she decided to kiss him, right? And he was like, he had a moment where he was like, no, I'm not going to kiss you. You're too drunk. Like, we can't do that because it's not right. And she felt slighted. She was like, wow, I put myself out there for the first time ever and you fucking rejected me after leading me on and making it seem like you wanted this. Like, now I feel like a fucking idiot. So that's what she was mad about. And that's so good. That's the one, them in the car. You're talking about the second grand gesture when she finds out that it was all a bet? Yeah. So, okay, so I'm talking about the first one, their moment in the car when he has to win her back on the bleachers, the I love you, baby.
Oh, is that the first one?
Yeah.
I have to watch that movie again. We have to watch that again.
It's so good. But also, that's such a good way to change that scene. Like, all the choices they make in that movie are, like, brilliant. Like, the whole time I was reading this play, the more I was, like, so impressed with how that movie handled all of these weird scenes.
Yeah. I very distinctly remember the first time watching that movie and being like, all right, these people who made this movie want me to like Heath Ledger because he's Heath Ledger, and this guy's being an asshole. Yeah. Like, he's being a dick. And the whole time I was like, that's fucking unacceptable. And then she was like, that's unacceptable. And he was like, you're right, and I'm really sorry. And I was like,
oh, I love him.
Oh, no.
It turns out
and then he did, like, a different shitty thing and, like, tried to make it up to her. And she was like, I don't forgive you. And he's like, that's okay. You don't have to forgive you.
And then he bought her a guitar.
And then fucking Save Ferris was on the roof.
Oh my god, so good. And also fucking Bernard was there.
Bernard.
True hero of the movie, Bernard and his little Shakespeare girlfriend.
In Serenity he plays Mr. Universe, who is a fairly minor character.
He also won a male beauty pageant. He's Mr. Universe.
He actually beat the shit out of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He, like, held him up and then spun him like a pizza above his head. It was hot. And everybody was rock hard.
And Arnold was like, I'm the governor of California.
And I hereby deputize you. And now Bernard's, like, the deputy of California.
The deputy sheriff of the West Coast.
Bernard is their king now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Good, you know what? Good for him.
Good for him.
Okay, well, with that, do you want to take a break? A deserved break?
I want to take, like, a bath. That was so... I really cannot emphasize enough that the version of The Taming of the Shrew that I saw, which I have held on to for a long time. I did a pretty good job remembering that line, having seen it 10 years ago.
Oh, so good, because it's a hot line. I was like, my heart was fluttering through that scene. I was like, this is hilarious and so hot. And then he tortures her, and it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, to be clear, in the play version that I saw, it was, like, they were very good actors who were playing very well, but also, like, they were just very, like, had a lot of chemistry just as people.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah.
It was like everyone was, like, leaning forward, and they were like, oh my God. Also, I was there with my mom, which is probably why I remember it, because it was scarring.
Scandalous. He wants to lick her butthole. He also tells her to sit on him. Oh, God. It's sexy. Mm-hmm. She does not know what to do with him in that scene. It's sad because she is... The whole taming part, like, she is, like... You could tell that she's letting her guard down in that scene for the first time ever.
She's impressed with him.
She's impressed by how witty he is. She's impressed by how rude he is. Like, she's like, huh. And then the fact that he's like, no, I'm going to marry you because I want to marry you, and that's what I'm going to do. That makes her feel wanted. You could tell that she didn't feel wanted before, that she probably has never felt wanted ever since Bianca was born, you know?
Yeah.
And I, like... So the second that she's like, okay, fine, I will marry you, then he just tortures her in order to change her as a human. And to, like, prove a point to all of these fucking men at the end. Like, it is harrowing. Anyway, that's his best comedy.
I want to jump into a volcano.
Do you think people are going to be mad about how I interpreted this play?
No.
And if they are... Join our Patreon to yell at me there. $7.
Give us $3 and you can yell at Janey.
No, if you want to yell at me, it's going to be $7.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your experience with The Taming of the Shrew?
I think I watched the 1967 movie. Like, I started watching it on Amazon, which, by the way, it was free on Amazon. Like, it's usually $3.99, but I got to rent it for free, and I'm wondering if that was just for me. Maybe Amazon likes me. Who knows?
Mm. Do you think Amazon likes me?
Do you think Amazon... No, Jeff, no. I will not be tamed.
Hey, Jeff Bezos, come
but I
propose marriage to me, and I will give you a gift of, you'll see, and don't worry about it, and you'll be safe. Probably. This is an audio recording, so you can't tell whether my fingers are crossed.
I guess you'll have to come over to find out. Wait, no, you're not invited. So, just because of how much theater I have studied, I majored in theater.
Major,
I was a theater major. I went to a 2-year conservatory, and I studied theater in high school, and I went to a bunch of programs there. So I have read a lot of Shakespeare. I don't know if I ever read the ending of Taming of the Shrew, because reading it this time, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I did remember it being vaguely fucked up, but I didn't remember how. I will also say, when I was younger, this is depressing to think back on, but I was raised in an extremely conservative household. And so when I was younger, I don't know if I would have read this and been as horrified as I am now.
Yeah.
You know, I think I would have been like, this is a comedy. Like, this is a funny thing. Like, that's the sort of thing that, like, my childhood has kind of pushed on me as, like, no, it's funny. And every once in a while, a man can slap a woman and that would be a little bit funny. It's like, what the fuck? That's so messed up.
It is, but it also, I mean, not everyone has, I mean, I didn't have circumstances where I would have necessarily made that judgment call.
Yeah.
When I was, you know, like...
Gotta get a little bit older and realize how fucked up the world actually is. So when you see things like this written down, it's like, no, that's fucked up.
That's bad, actually.
But yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You, though, really is the sticking point. Anyway, and this is a love story for Heath Ledger. R.I.P.
God.
And Julia Stiles. Icon. Okay.
And also, kind of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, 100% the cutest boy in the world. Perfectly cast. Perfectly. Him and Bianca. The girl that plays Bianca, perfectly cast as Bianca. They both look like babies.
Yeah. Also the friend who's really into...
Shakespeare. Yeah, Bernard's little Shakespeare girlfriend.
Yeah. Perfectly
both of them,
cast.
Perfectly cast. She's not even in the play. Bianca doesn't have a friend.
Cat, yeah.
No, Catherine ties her up and beats her as she chases around saying, no,
she's Kat's friend.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Catherine for sure doesn't have a friend. Oh, they gave her a friend. God damn it. What a fucking great movie.
What a good movie.
They
also gave her a friend who wasn't, like, condescending to her.
They give her a friend that has her own interests, too.
Yeah.
Her friend is named, and also you know her friend's little world without having to focus on it because it's not the plot. Her friend... And you get to directly contrast that to Bianca's friends. Gabrielle Union is in that movie. We have to stop talking about this. Okay.
Everyone go watch 10
guys,
Things I Hate About
we're going to go watch 10 Things I Hate About You. But first, we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
And talk about Max's story. Goodbye.
All right, Janey.
Max?
Say it!
Max!
For you today, I've prepared a story by an earlier era of writer. His name was William Shakespeare. Better known as Woodaw's Shakespeare.
Oh, Woodaw's Shakespeare. Oh, a fine vintage.
I did write in my notes the same thing that you did, where usually I put my sources at the top, and I just wrote Shakespeare. Line, begin story.
I wrote mine, oh, good God.
Today, the story I'm going to be telling for you is As You Like It.
As I like it.
Uh-huh.
Good.
How would you like it?
I would like it over easy with cheese on top.
Weird call, but all right. I don't usually try and... We really like our episode titles to be organic, but unless we come up with something better, I would like to pitch to you at the start here. As You Like It, except that I did a really bad job of researching it and telling it, so it's kind of like how you like it.
It's the way that you might like it, maybe.
Have you tried it like this? Maybe you'll like it.
Why? You're gonna like, either you like what I give you or you don't. I'm not your goddamn mother.
What do you think I am, some kind of short order cook?
Parentheses. Shakespeare.
Woodaw's Shakespeare.
Woodaw's Shakespeare.
So,
I'm excited for Woodaw's Shakespeare to end up on the Discord.
Past tense Shakespeare.
Yeah.
So I did a bad job of preparing for this. Here's my preparation process.
Okay.
Initially, I was like, we're doing Shakespeare. And I thought to myself, well, Janey's going to do literally anything except for Romeo and Juliet. So
That's true.
I'll just go ahead and do Romeo and Juliet. But it was too recently that we did Twilight.
And that's just Romeo and Juliet. You're totally right.
Uh-huh. So I was like, can't do that one. One of my personal favorites that I have seen, which I haven't seen all that much Shakespeare in spite of the fact that I accidentally majored in English with a concentration in Victorian and pre-Victorian English literature.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen all that many Shakespeare plays, but one of my favorite ones that I have seen is A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was like, that would be a fun one.
with Callista Flockhart and what's it called?
I don't know who that is. Is that a bird?
You know what? Ally McBeal? Okay, you know what? You're very young. Also,
not that young.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Also,
Oh.
Kevin Kline is
I've
in
never
that
seen
movie.
any of the movies either.
God,
I don't think I've
we
ever
should
seen
watch-
a Shakespeare movie.
We should watch that
That
movie.
isn't.
It's so good. It's fucking great. Michelle Pfeiffer plays the fairy queen, and Callista Flockhart is one of the women that's lost in the forest, running around.
Callista Flockhart sounds like the name of like a Disney fairy.
It is such a good name. And Kevin Kline is the donkey. What's his name? His name is like, it's not Pan.
Oh, it's Puck.
Puck, yeah. He plays Puck.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. I know it's a basic bitch favorite play, but
Puck is another fairy. He plays a donkey. They turn this man into a donkey. He's not Puck. Puck is like a mischievous little sprite that keeps fucking things up. He's supposed to make them fall in love with each other. They're four
What is
people
his
in the
name?
woods.
Arnold.
His name is Arnold. And Kevin Kline as Arnold the donkey. That might be the title of this episode, with Kevin Kline as Arnold the donkey.
I've never seen like any actual Shakespeare movies. I've only ever seen the ones like the re-adaptations, like 10 Things I Hate About the Shrew.
Yes. 10 Things I Hate About That Shrew in a midsummer dream.
A nightmare, frankly.
I haven't seen it.
I don't like Ari Aster movies, I'm realizing. And I know that things you can say to piss off men.
I don't like Ari Aster, actually. I love the Vavitch.
I like the Vavitch.
I do think that Hereditary is for me, too disturbing. And I like horror movies a lot. I like disturbing stuff.
Yeah, the Vavitch had a lot of really cool things with production. I think that it would have been cooler with a different director.
If you would have had the same vibes, but a female director, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I really like The Vavitch. I will say it's hard for me to criticize it. I love most things about that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry. This
Hereditary
isn't about
and Midsummer, I fucking hated.
Yeah. Too disturbing. For kind of no reason. Just disturbing. It's gratuitous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I didn't like him.
Yeah.
That's a hot take, but...
You can tell when it's gratuitous and it's just for, like, because a man wanted to be shocking. It's very obvious. When
I watch a movie, I want to have...
a boner. Me too, Max. We're the same.
Well, that's the end of that conversation.
Both of us, we're very simple, okay? Me and Max, we're the same, and we're simple. We want huge hard-ons at every movie.
We want colossal knockers.
That's why we have to go to the Barbie movie during the week.
Yeah. So I went with that one, and then I did I was going to do The Tempest because I've never read The Tempest, and a lot of people whose opinions I respect a lot, among them Brennan Lee Mulligan, The Tempest is like their favorite Shakespeare play, and I was like, this would be a really good opportunity. I bought the Norton Critical Edition a couple of months ago, and I was like, I'm going to crack it open, and I got like 5 pages in, and I was like, I am on too much of a time crunch to appreciate this, and also I do not understand what's happening.
It's not easy. It's really not easy.
So I did a little quiz that was, what Shakespeare play are you?
And she sent me the most upset text.
I was so mad. They were like, you're Othello. And I was like, fuck you.
I liked Othello.
I didn't. What was the plot? Tell me the plot of Othello.
I genuinely don't remember. I remember liking it, though.
The plot of Othello is that a man doesn't communicate with his wife, and then he murders her, and you're supposed to feel bad for him.
Isn't he, like, a black king?
Yes.
Maybe that's what I liked about it. I don't remember the details. I do remember specifically reading that play. No Shakespeare has stuck with me, except for Twilight. No fear.
Yeah, Othello, like the whole, one of my biggest pet peeves is stories where the entire plot is just miscommunication.
Yeah.
It's different from like the kind of like, oh, a comedy of errors thing. It's like, oh, if there are a limited number of people involved and they are specifically refusing to communicate with each other and making assumptions, that is not a good enough excuse for conflict.
That is a trope. No, that is a definite trope that is still being used in romance specifically today.
And that's the entire plot of Othello.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And then I did another quiz and they were like, as you like it. And the stock photo that came up for the result was that one of Anne Hathaway dressed as a man making out with a bunch of people. And I was like,
that's
all right.
The one. Isn't
okay.
I haven't seen this, but isn't She's the Man As You Like It?
I don't know.
I think She's the Man might be As You Like It, just with Amanda Bynes.
Sure.
Cool. We should watch that. I haven't watched it. I can physically, I can actually hear listeners of a certain age going, you haven't seen She's the Man? I can hear you guys. I can hear you. And no, I haven't seen She's the Man. Should we have a movie night? Let me know.
You guys want to come over? You can't.
You
unless
can't.
You ask
You're not
nicely.
invited. Case by case basis. We're afraid of vampires. Please don't come to our home.
So As You Like It by William Shakespeare.
Who? Are you trying to say
what it was?
Shakespeare? Okay,
yeah.
Sorry. Whew.
I will set the political climate for you here.
Okay.
There is a gentleman, a sir even, Sir Roland de Boys.
One of the boys.
Just rolling with the boys.
Oh my god! Do you think that's his tagline? Do you think that's his vanity license plate?
100%.
Rolling with the boys. Too long, Roland.
Sir Roland de Boys. I can't say it without laughing.
Max knows that it's probably Dubois. She said this before we started recording.
Yeah, I was like, it's probably like Dubois or Dubois or something like that.
Just because
but
I know that people
spelled Boys.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say, because I can also hear them saying, oh, I should probably write to her and let her know French. But also, if it's Boys, that's Du Bois.
Roland Du Bois. So Sir Roland de Boys, I'm gonna say it wrong the entire time because I think it's funny.
That's not wrong. I'm officially declaring they're wrong.
Okay. You're wrong if you don't believe in Du Bois.
Oh my god, please just have faith in Du Bois.
Trust Du Bois.
Trust Du Bois and Du Bois.
Vote Du Bois. Sir Roland de Bois is the lord of an area. He has 3 sons. His oldest son's name is Oliver. Oliver is the oldest son. That's the only fact you need for right now about Oliver. His second son is named Orlando, and he's a perfect, beautiful boy.
Okay.
He has a third son named Jacques.
Oh, no.
Jacques is not in the play.
And he hates Jacques. Wait, why is Jacques necessary then to mention?
Great question, and I will tell you later.
Okay.
So there is Oliver, the older one, Orlando, the middle one, and then Jacques, the youngest. Sir Roland de Boys dies.
Oh, no.
Yes, he passes away.
Pour one out for Du Bois.
Pour one out for Du Bois. Don't pour that on your computer.
Right over the keyboard.
That's what I call sticky keys. You're an Apple user. You don't get that.
Sit in what you just did.
What?
Now we have to sit in silence.
Moment of silence.
Think about what you just did, Max.
Sense of self.
I have a Mac. I don't know what that means. Okay, go ahead.
That's fine. Sir Roland de Boys passes away. He leaves his land and title to his eldest son, as is custom, Oliver. At this point, it becomes pertinent that you know that Oliver's a real douche. He's just really bad.
Yeah.
He's borderline evil, I'll say.
He doesn't want to share with Orlando. Ooh, this is just the brothers from the Apple Tree Man.
Sure.
Okay. From your second story?
Yeah. I should say before I make any really clear, hard, and fast assumptions about this, I have never seen this play. I've never seen a movie of this play. I've never actually read this play. I read the Spark Notes for this play an hour before we started recording. So if any of this is wrong, I'm sorry. Please don't base your book report on this, because I based it on someone else's book report of this.
Okay, this is sort of as you like it. We cannot be more clear that we are not experts.
So
it's in the title.
Oliver, from moment one, is a real asshole. His father leaves him his estate, his title, and his only request is he's like, hey, make sure that your brothers are taken care of, and especially Orlando, make sure that he's educated, make sure that he gets somewhere in life and that he's taken care of, right? And Oliver goes, of course, Papa. And then his dad dies, and Oliver's like, hey, Orlando, fuck you.
Yeah!
And he basically, like, locks him away from society. He refuses to teach him anything. He doesn't let him talk to anyone. And Orlando is growing up in the situation of being kind of, like... a lot of people have talked about, like, the gender role reversal in this story.
Yeah.
And the best way to think of Orlando is being, like, a princess locked away in a tower, kind of.
Yeah, good. I mean, not good, but also cool.
Yeah, it is cool. But bad.
Yeah, but weird. I'm not condoning it, but I do like a man being locked away in a basement.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
To be clear. So Orlando, like, sort of comes closer to being of age. And he's frustrated with this. He's like, our father told us that you had to, like, raise me to be a gentleman, and you're not doing that. And he says... This is the only quote that I wrote down, or else I wouldn't even be looking for it. Allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman, or give me the poor allotment that my father left me by testament. With that I will go and buy my fortune. So he says to his brother Oliver, you're not letting me be a man or helping me to grow up at all. So either help me or give me the tiny amount of money that our father left for me in the will, and I'll go off on my own and make my own way.
Give me money so I can buy more money. That's how this works. I am not learned.
Nobody bought me a QuickBooks subscription.
I have to buy Finances for Dummies.
That's my first expense.
Write that down in my checkbook.
And at this point, Oliver kind of loosens the reins a little bit, but very much, like, keeps Orlando still very isolated and secluded. But Orlando's able to sort of make his own way with very limited resources. At this point, an adult man.
Yeah.
At the same time-ish.
An adult man who has, like, homeschool kid energy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you will not believe what homeschool kid energy this guy has. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the kingdom, Duke Senior, the younger of two brothers, don't worry about it.
Is his name Duke?
Yep. He is Duke Senior.
Is he a Duke?
Yes.
Duke Senior.
No, his name is Senior.
His name is Senior?
No, it's Senior.
How do you spell it?
Senior.
Senor.
His name is Senior. He is a Duke. Duke Senior. I have terrible news for you.
Is there a Duke Senior Jr.?
No. He does have a daughter, though, and her name is Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Duke Sr., though, I know that you just got comfortable in this. Duke Sr. is no longer the Duke. He's been deposed by the now Duke, Frederick.
Okay.
His brother.
Oh, drama.
He's been usurped from his dukedom by his brother, Frederick.
Don't say dukedom.
Dukedom. Fucking dukedom, dude. So Duke Sr. has been usurped by his brother and driven out of his dukedom and into the forest.
No.
Along with some of his loyal lords who left of their own volition to go and follow him. They live in the woods and they hang out. And that's what Duke Sr. is up to.
Yeah.
He's described in literally every single... I read like 6 synopses because I was like, I'm going to read a lot. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to read the whole thing amount of the whole thing.
I will say too, whoever writes whoever writes the Spark Notes like summaries, fucking kill it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Genuinely kill it. Like, I read the play, read my summaries for enjoyment because they had hot takes and they also had like spicy. They were so good. Anyway, so whoever does it, golf clap.
Yeah, I used a couple of different resources. I used one of the Royal Shakespeare Company or something like that.
Yeah.
Their synopsis. There was like a blog of like Quickie Shakespeare or something.
Quickie Shakespeare.
So I read like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But the point is, every single one of them was like, he's Robin Hood. It's not a secret. Duke Sr. is Robin Hood.
Okay, so he's hot.
Yeah. And he lives in the woods
with
with all of his boys. And they just run around in the woods and eat, drink, and be merry.
All of his boys sounds like Oliver Du Bois.
No, Oliver Du Bois is not one of Du Bois. He's bad.
All of his boys excludes Oliver Du Bois.
Yeah,
Okay,
all of his boys except Oliver Du Bois. He just hangs out in the woods with all of his best gal pal guy pies.
Petition to change a group of male friends to guy pies. Gal pals needs a counter. Just me and my guy pies.
Duke Sr. lives in the woods with all of his boyfriends. They all hang out and they run around in the trees. I'm just going to read you this quote because it is good. So, as Duke Sr. says to his guy pies, "This is our life, exempt from public haunt. Finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. I would not change it."
Oh.
Right? Beautiful.
That is. I had to physically get myself over the hump that is tongues in trees.
They fuck the trees.
But I got over it. I got over it, and I'm on board now.
So all of his friends are the trees in the woods in the river now.
I would not change it.
Except
me
for
and Du Bois.
Me and Du Bois, some of the boys are boys
Not
and some of them
Oliver.
are trees. This is really confusing. None of this is important. We've spent so long on Duke Sr.
I have to stop taking drinks of my drink. Every time I do, I want to spit it out on my computer.
So, Duke Sr. has been banished to the woods. His daughter, Rosalind, the main character,
Okay.
she is still in her father's dukely castle.
Okay. Who would have thought that we can't tell the story because of the word Duke? I would have thought.
You would have thought. You brought this upon us. So she is still in the castle where her father was formerly Duke, the castle of her father's usurper. Her father's usurper, again,
Frederick.
Duke Frederick, who is Rosalind's uncle.
Okay. And he's evil.
And he's evil.
I'm imagining him as Carrie Ewells in Ella Enchanted.
Yeah, that's good.
The uncle with the snake.
Yeah. Duke Frederick has a daughter named Celia.
Yes.
Who is basically a sister to Rosalind.
Okay.
They are best friends, and really the only reason why Rosalind is still there is to be with Celia, her cousin.
Yeah.
So, Orlando has now left the house of his brother.
He's holding one of those secret money belts. And he's like, he has the belt very tight. It's too high up on his waist. And he's like looking around like, wow.
He has an RFID blocking wallet.
He is wearing a tan button-up shirt tucked into tan cargo shorts. He's got a brown belt and socks with sandals.
He's got Disney World binoculars.
He has a bowl cut. Orlando.
It is worth mentioning at this point that Orlando is supposed to be super hot.
He has a bird watching book from the Audubon societies. And
Is there any other kind?
He has that, and he's like, oh, leaf. Oh, a crested witchback.
A crested witchback.
I'm pretty sure a crested ridgeback is a dragon.
It is. I heard a crested witchbag.
Right?
Just hilarious name for a bird. Okay. Nobody thinks we're as funny as we do in this moment.
It's too hot in this office.
We're 12 angry men here. 12 angry Mennonites.
We are 12 angry Mennonites. Wow, nobody's gonna like this episode. Like, this is too much for me to follow, and I'm part of it.
Yeah.
Shakespeare was a bad idea, and I apologize, but it's my birthday, so you have to keep listening.
No, it's fine. So, Rosalind and Celia are in the court of Duke Frederick, and Duke Frederick has himself a man.
A man?
A man.
Good for him.
This man is a wrestler, and his name is Charles. Old Chucky Sly back at it again.
His name was Christopher Sly, and Chuck is not his nickname.
Chucky Sly back at it again.
You are wrong. They might be brothers.
This episode is going to be titled Chucky Sly, parentheses, back at it.
He, again, Max?
Back at it again.
Not a character, and also has never been here before.
Okay. So, old Chucky Sly, the wrestler of the Duke.
Okay.
The Duke is like, let's do a wrestling match for me, for fun. I will watch everyone wrestle, come and wrestle, and you will have a fortune.
Okay.
So, Orlando, again, still living very sparsely, but at this point, enough a part of society that he has become a very, like, well-respected, well-read, well-rounded young man.
Good for him.
Yeah. He is like, well, really, I mean, I know that Oliver is never going to give up his fort. I'm riffing on most of this. I don't know if this happens. This is kind of...
This is sort of Shakespeare.
He's like, Oliver's never going to give me anything except exactly what I need to try. So I need to find my own money, basically.
Yeah.
So he enters this wrestling match because at once he's like, I need the money. And also, what if I got to lose? And also, if I die, I die.
Break my neck. I dare you.
Funny
Also,
you should say that.
This is how I made my fortune. It's so weird.
No, you made your fortune off of, what's his name? The fucking gas genie. Captain Mercaptain.
What's his name? The gas genie. No idea where you are going. Guys, by the way, my shameful secret is that when I was 25, I made a slight living.
You were 25?
I was like 25.
You were like 16.
I lived with you when I was...
What?
When I was 25 and Max and I were living together, I had to travel an hour every weekend. I had to travel an hour to a school, dress up as a little gas genie, a little boy mascot named Captain Mercaptain. And I had a head that I had to put on over my head. And mercaptan is the smell they give gas because gas doesn't actually have a smell.
Like natural gas that like leaks.
Yeah, so they had to give it a smell in order to like, so if it leaks, people could smell it. And so they were teaching children about what that is. And they called it Mercaptan. Well, it's named Mercaptan. And a kid made a mascot called Captain Mercaptan. And it's a little boy with blue hair and a cape. And that was me for like way too long.
Months, maybe.
And it was the worst time of my life. But I haven't thought about it in like 7 years. And Max decides to open me being 32 with reminding me that I used to be a gas genie. A little boy gas genie.
I'm just... That's the closest you came to wrestling old Chucky Sly for the Duke's honor.
I will find pictures of this and put it on the Instagram, but
Please?
just know it is my greatest shame.
And it's your birthday.
There were comic books made by DC Comics.
Oh, you're a hero.
I was just the man in the suit.
I was just there to do my job.
Oh, please.
Smell like a rotten egg. That's all there is for me.
Oh, God, I cannot believe you just did this.
I am so sorry. You can cut this
That's
whole
the
thing.
funniest thing ever. Okay.
So, Orlando takes a gig as Captain Mercaptan. No, he takes on the wrestling job. He decides to wrestle Chucky Sly.
I'm imagining him as Nacho Libre.
Good. And Oliver, his older brother, is also here at Duke Frederick's wrestle court.
Of course they're friends. They're both evil and rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Orlando at this point has become fairly well respected, perhaps even more so than his wealthier older brother, who is the inheritor of their father's noble estate.
Mm-hmm.
And Oliver is jealous. And so he goes to old Chucky Sly before the match, and he's like, if you just wanted to break his neck, that would be fine.
Oh, no.
That happens. And then Celia and
Rosalind.
I was like, Natalia.
Celia and Natalia. Don't worry about it. New character being dropped.
It's Italy, but feminine.
Shakespeare.
Celia and Rosalind overhear this, and they're like, oh, this guy, first of all, doesn't look like a wrestler. He looks like a nobleman, kind of. And they're like, oh, he's gonna get fucked up. He's gonna die. Yeah. And so they like try and get the match stopped and everything. They even go to Orlando and they're like, you can't do this. And he's like, I can and I will. Death!
I'm gonna live forever, bitches!
Also, around this time, at some point, Orlando and Rosalind make eye contact and fall head over heels in love with each other.
Yes, that's
Don't
how
worry,
this
it'll
works.
come back later.
I would hope so.
So Orlando gets into the ring with old Chucky Sly.
Yeah.
And it does not look good for him. But bottom of the ninth.
That's not wrestling.
You sure?
The final round. It's the final countdown.
That's a different words.
No, that's wrestling. No, that's boxing.
This is good for me.
K.O. That's something, right?
That's from Street Fighter.
Gotta give him the old haymaker.
Things you can say to piss off men.
I want him to bite off his ear, like Cassius Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Or?
Cash is not Clay.
Mike Tyson. I was waiting for you to...
I was thinking about how Cassius Clay sounds like a really confusing sentence. Sounds like a riddle.
Okay. Guys, go listen to Ready or Not by the Fugees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Came around the corner like I'm Cassius Clay.
Do they have corners in wrestling?
I actually don't know if that's the
or
lyrics.
Boxing?
I don't know if that's the lyrics, but I know how he says Cassius Clay.
Maybe got him in a corner like Cassius Clay? Like
no,
in the corner
I'm pretty sure he would never came around a corner. Mike Tyson is famous for coming around corners.
He's stuck in a labyrinth. Oh, God. We might have to start from the top.
The Taming of the Shrew. There's this man, and he's not a man. What? I forgot that part. This play's about a dog.
It was all just a shaggy dog?
Okay, go.
So things are not looking good for old Orlando against Chucky Sly
Okay.
in the bottom of the ninth. But Rosalind and Celia are in the stands cheering him on. A bunch of people are like, "You can do it! We love you, Orlando!" And he pulls it off. He beats the shit out of Chucky Sly and he wins the match.
Holy shit, that's unexpected.
Yeah, and Duke Frederick doesn't know who this young man is. Important to mention. And he's like, "Holy shit, you beat the fuck out of Chucky Sly." And Orlando's like, "Yeah, I sure did." And he's like, "Wow, you must be really good at beating the fuck out of guys." And Orlando's like, "You bet your ass I am."
Where do you get all this practice? Suspicious.
And Duke Frederick's like, "So what's your name anyways?" And Orlando is like, "Orlando Du Bois."
Yeah!
And Duke Frederick is like, "No, no, 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 no!" And he stomps off and throws a tantrum.
Whoa.
Because the Roland Du Bois was Duke Frederick's friend.
Oh.
Who was mostly friends with Duke Sr.
Oh.
And then Frederick betrayed them both.
I guess I do know a couple of people whose first name is Junior. So it's... it is unfair of me to be this prejudiced against the name Senior.
I just want to know, where's the mediumer?
Mid.
My name is Mid.
Oh, yes, my son Senior, my son Junior. Mid, come here.
Where's Mid? Oh, Mid Romney.
Mid Romney. That's why he's called that. He must have much hotter brothers.
Whew. I don't know the rest of this story anymore. It's gone.
This is a controversial take, but it'd be harder to get hotter. Can't get harder than
I dare ya.
I fuck him for free. It's so hot in here. Go. That's all getting cut. I've learned my lesson.
Duke Frederick congratulates Orlando until he finds out that he is the heir to Du Bois, and he leaves angry.
Wait, okay, so I don't know if you even know this. Why would that make him mad? Is it because he's friends with Oliver?
It's because he betrayed Duke Sr. and
okay.
Du Bois, basically. And he was like his friend, and he was like, well, he'll come around to see things my way, and then he died, and he was like, oh, well, I guess he just died hating me.
Okay.
I think, based on the several study guides that I've read. So Orlando wins. Rosalind is like, here you are, fair wrestler, and gives him her necklace.
Okay.
And then she and Celia go back to their rooms and giggle about how hot Orlando is.
Sure.
Orlando leaves with his winnings.
Yeah.
Celia and Rosalind are in Celia's room, and they're like, Rosalind's like, am I crazy? Or was there like a lot of chemistry between me and that one guy? And Celia's like, I thought you guys knew each other. Like maybe from like a past life.
Ooh, Celia's a good friend.
It was just instantaneous.
Yeah.
And Rosalind's like, did you feel that? Because I felt that. And Celia's like, I'm just saying, like, just saying it like Rosalind and Orlando is like,
sitting
already I'm on board.
Celia's a good friend.
Yeah. And then Celia's father, the Duke Frederick.
Sure.
Duke Frederick comes in and is like, what are you girls doing? And they're like, nothing. And he's like, did I hear the name Orlando in here? And they're like,
yeah, we're
no.
planning a trip to Disney World.
We're talking about how much we like Legolas.
You ever heard of Harry Potter World, you fucking narc?
He's like, did I hear the name Orlando in here? And they're like, no. And he's like, that's it. I'm fucking done. Rosalind, get out. Because Rosalind is the daughter of his brother who he usurped. This is much less complicated in my notes.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like, you know, he's finally like, he feels threatened by Orlando being there and beating the shit out of Chucky Sly. So he kicks out his niece.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Celia is like, that's my fucking cousin.
Yeah.
And also leaves with her.
Good friend.
And so they flee in the middle of the night. And also, the jester goes with them, and his name is Touchstone.
I love Touchstone. What?
His name is Touchstone. This was explained laboriously in every single study guide that I read. His name is Touchstone because a touchstone is a piece of stone that you can use to determine the veracity of gold and silver and things like that. So you scrape the metal on the touchstone and then you burn it, and the things that are left behind are the pure metal. So if something is like fake silver and it has only like a small portion of silver, then only the silver will remain. So the idea of the jester being named Touchstone is that all of the people that he meets, he is able to, like, through comedy and through his jokes, reveal their true nature in the way that they react to him.
Hell yeah, Touchstone.
However, Touchstone doesn't actually do anything in this story, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I would hate to hear about him. More about the ladies, please. Let's pass the Bechdel test.
So Celia and Rosalind, and also Touchstone is there, run off into the woods to go find Rosalind's father, the Duke Senior, who's off Robin Hooding around in the forest of Arden.
Okay.
They disguise themselves as women traveling alone. Rosalind disguises herself as...
I was like, they disguise themselves as women traveling alone?
Pretty good disguise.
That's a terrible idea.
As women traveling alone, they decide to disguise themselves, and Rosalind disguises herself as a young man named Ganymede.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
That's bad. Ganymede was fucking plucked up and taken by Zeus. He was plucked up and fucked up by Zeus. Why would you name yourself Ganymede?
There's a lot of weird references to Greek mythology in this play.
Oh, in mine too. Like, they mention... It was almost like he was like, they're going to think I'm not smart if I don't mention every Greek mythological character.
Also in this one.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Feels kind of mean to be trash-talking Shakespeare. But
I think we can.
Get a hobby.
I think we can trash-talk Shakespeare. Wasn't he, like, terrible? He was born on April 23rd, so I trust him. And he was hot because Josephine's plays him.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
He was so hot in Shakespeare.
He really
guys,
was.
go watch Shakespeare in Love.
Just those eyelashes.
It's him and Gwyneth Paltrow. By the way, we recently watched Sliding Doors. That's the same era Gwyneth Paltrow. Great era Gwyneth Paltrow. This isn't
Did
about
you like
that,
Sliding
though.
Doors?
I really liked Sliding Doors. It was very fun.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
anyway.
Rosalind disguises herself as a young man named Ganymede.
Yeah.
Celia disguises herself as a shepherdess named Aliena.
What?
I haven't heard it out loud, but it's spelled Alien-A.
Aliena.
Aliena.
Aliena. Alina. It's Alina.
Aliens.
No, it's Alina.
Aliens. Aliens. I tried to type it in my phone and it autocorrected to aliens, so...
I think it's Elena. Oh, Elena. It must be Elena.
You're real sure for this being the second time that you're 100% sure.
I think it's Elena.
Aliena?
Elena.
Aliena. Are we saying the same thing?
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. Keep going.
So she disguises herself as a shepherdess named Aliens.
Elena.
And they go off into the forest to find Duke Senior. Meanwhile, Orlando, after beating the stuffing out of old Chucky Sly, back at it again,
collecting his winnings.
He returns to his ancestral home, but when he gets there, his loyal servant, who I forgot to mention earlier, whose name is Adam. He's an older man who is like the manservant to the household and technically works for Oliver, but...
Adam is such a weirdly normal name.
It is.
Okay.
He's the gardener. I think that's what it is.
Shakespeare's like, I cannot be bartered.
I can't be bartered.
I cannot be bartered. Why can't I say this? Shakespeare says, I cannot be bothered.
Leave me alone. Don't barter me. Adam is, I think, the gardener, and I think that that's the whole thing, is like Adam and Eve or whatever, and he's whatever. He's like the prototypical man, but in an old form. I don't know.
This is my loyal servant, Bush. He sucks.
But Adam is older, and he's kind of, to a certain degree, like, even though he works for Oliver, he sort of raised Orlando a little bit.
He's the Alfred.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And so Orlando gets home, and he's like, you'll never believe what I just did. And Adam's like, you've got to fucking get out of here.
Oh.
And he tells him that Oliver is furious that he won the wrestling match, and he's planning to set his bedroom on fire while he is asleep inside that night.
How does Adam know that?
Maybe you heard him talking about it to himself. Oliver's not well. So Adam's like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And Orlando's like, I will. Will you come with me? And Adam's like, yes, please. I don't want to die. So the two of them...
You stay here. I'm gonna run away.
The two of them run off together into the woods. The same woods?
What?
The Forest of Arden?
This is the plot of A Midsummer's Night Dream.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All these lovers just run into the same woods and then hilarity ensues.
Oh, no.
Shakespeare does one thing.
He does two things.
That's true. And they're both sexist.
So, Orlando and Adam retreat into the forest.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Rosalind and Celia, disguised as Ganymede and aliens, purchase a small cottage together in the woods, and they get together a flock of livestock that they care for together. They are still in disguise, so the other people in like the nearby, what are they called? Pastures?
Sure.
Don't, they know them as Ganymede and his sister aliens.
Yeah. I think it's Elena.
I'm pretty sure it's aliens. And they meet in, sort of their neighbors. There is a young shepherd named Silvius who is a real big old bitch baby about how he has a crush on this woman named Phoebe.
Yes.
And he's like, why won't she love me? And she's like, because I don't like you. And he's like, it's not fair.
Oh.
And so they are like tending their flock and everything. That's kind of like they begin to make a life for themselves there. Meanwhile, Rosalind is in touch with her father and visits him sometimes and everything.
Oh, I'm glad that she still has...
I assume.
Okay.
Orlando, I keep forgetting his name. That's what these long pauses are. I keep being like...
Disney.
Bloom?
Disney.
Bloom?
Mickey Mouse.
Orlando's wandering around the woods with Adam.
Yeah.
And Adam's like, I'm very old and very hungry. We didn't take any food with us. And Orlando's like, don't worry, buddy. I gotcha. And he hears voices nearby. And he's like, I know how things work in the woods. I'm going to go bandit them. I'm going to go take their food for my dear friend Adam.
Orlando has money.
Not with him.
He left his money in his house?
I guess.
Why? He just won so much.
Also, there's no grocery stores in the woods.
Orlando, buy food.
No grocery stores in the woods.
If you're going to loot somebody for food, you can offer to pay them for their food.
Probably. But also then they won't have food.
And then he'll be supporting capitalism. I see where he's getting. Loot.
So he hears voices nearby and he's like, I'm going to go get some of the food from them and give it to my friend Adam so he doesn't die of being old.
Yeah.
And so he walks into this clearing and he's like, hello, wanderers. I am here to claim my portion of your dinner and give it to me.
Uh-oh.
And slow 180 pan to a meadow full of the buffest, scraggliest looking guys you've ever seen. It is the Duke Sr. and his merry band of thieves.
Oh.
I don't know that they're thieves. I guess I shouldn't say that. His merry band of disgraced lords.
Of disgraced boys.
Yeah, him and Du Bois.
Him and Du Bois, but not Orlando.
Yes, Orlando now.
He's part of the boys now?
He is, actually.
Okay.
This is a great transition into the next thing that happens, where he's like, give me your food, or else, or whatever people say. And Duke Sr. is like, you need food? And Orlando's like, yes, so give it to me. I know how to be rough and tumble.
Does he have a weapon?
I don't think so. And Duke Sr. is like, you can have some dinner. Do you want to sit down?
Yes.
And so Orlando gets Adam, and they sit down in the clearing, and the Duke Sr. is like, we have food. Like, here you go. Eat some dinner. You seem really hungry. Just take a chill pill. It's fine.
By the way, this isn't how you do this. You have to have a weapon before, and you cannot just come up on 20 men. I know you won one wrestling match.
And after Orlando and Adam finish, just swallowing food.
Yeah. That's how you eat it.
The Duke Sr. is like, so I've lived in these woods for a long time and I've never met you before. what's your name? And Orlando is like, I am Orlando Du Bois. And Duke Sr. is thrilled because the Lord Du Bois was his best friend. And he, you know, passed away and everything. But he's like, you are the son of my friend. And so immediately he's like, you can stay with us for as long as you want. We already would have offered that, but like, you can stay here. And
that guy sounds so nice.
He really does.
This is a hot guy.
Yeah,
Okay. I like it. Stop looking up wistfully.
There's nothing wrong with him.
No,
is the problem.
except that his name is Duke Sr.
I could get over it.
No.
He's just hanging out in the woods with his boys.
That's true. Okay,
there's no like tragic downfall for him in this story. Spoilers, I guess, but like he just hangs out in the woods. I don't even know if he
steals.
I don't think he does.
I wish he did.
So Duke Sr. takes care of Orlando. Orlando joins the group of merry men and is able to survive in the forest for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, he is thinking about the woman that he met at his wrestling match.
Oh.
And he carves the name Rosalind into all the trees.
Oh my God, they were wrestling with Du Bois. Max, they were wrestling with Du Bois.
They were wrestling with Du Bois.
This is the greatest story you've ever told.
Chucky Sly wrestling with Du Bois.
Like, for real. Never gonna get over that. Go ahead.
I did mean to mention that earlier, and I'm very glad that you said something because I've been thinking about it the whole time and then I forgot.
Okay.
So Orlando at this point just walks around in the woods and he like hums to himself and like cries under trees about how much he wishes he was with Rosalind, you know, who he met one time.
Yeah.
And he carves her name into the trees and he writes all these love poems and he like keeps borrowing daggers to like pin the love poems to the trees that her name is on and everything. And they're like, man, we're not going to lend you any more daggers if you don't bring them back. And he's just like sobbing in the way. I assume he has an acoustic guitar and he's like, my Rosalind. And that's what he's up to.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Rosalind, Ganymede, and Celia, aliens.
I'm never ready.
They are small business owners now.
Yeah, they're doing great. They have no notes on their life.
Yeah, they are dealing with the ongoing drama of Sylvius and Phoebe, and Sylvius being like, I want to be with her, and Phoebe being like, I don't want to be with you, and also Touchstone is there.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, Sylvius and Phoebe are in a conversation, and he's like, please just give me a chance, and she's like, no, and fuck you, and Ganymede, Rosalind, happens to come across them at this point in the conversation, and Ganymede, he is like, why don't you just give a poor guy a chance?
Yeah.
And immediately Phoebe falls in love with him.
Ganymede?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Phoebe, no!
Yeah, just desperately and immediately in love with Ganymede.
Do you think she'd be in love with Rosalind?
It's a really good question.
This is like the whole Shang and Mulan question. Mm-hmm. You know, like, is it that he's bisexual?
Mm-hmm.
Does the feelings change? It's not true love if you don't also love Rosalind.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, think about that.
Meanwhile, back at the castle, the Duke, I forgot about him.
Frederick.
The Duke Frederick. There's a lot of moving pieces in this story. The Duke Frederick found out that his daughter, Celia, had disappeared the same night as his niece, Rosalind, which is fine, because they always go everywhere together. But also the same night as Orlando disappeared after having run away from home. And he's like, oh, okay, so Orlando wrecked Chucky Sly and then ran off with my daughter.
Oh, no.
And so he goes to Oliver and he's like, I'm going to confiscate your title and all of your assets if you do not go get your brother, dead or alive.
Yeah.
He fucked with me for the second and last time.
That's not even correlated. Like, what the fuck?
So Oliver goes off and starts hunting Orlando. Meanwhile, Duke Frederick begins assembling an army because he's like, I can't have this insecurity in my kingdom. And so he assembles an army to go into the woods and fight Duke Sr. to the death.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Cool.
Oliver's hunting Orlando.
Yeah.
He's in the forest and he's looking around for him. He's not doing a very good job. And he falls asleep under a tree.
Oliver!
He falls asleep under a tree. A snake wraps itself around his neck and is about to kill him. And then a lioness comes up and is like,
what?
No, me.
What?
And then the snake is like, all right, man, Go for it. Sorry.
What?
My bad.
How did they do this on stage?
I don't know.
I've seen a stage production of this and I don't remember any of this.
And so the lioness is like, all right, let's
Max, did
do
you
it.
fall asleep while preparing for
No.
this? Is this your dream?
No. The lioness is like, all right, time to go. And she prepares to pounce on the sleeping Oliver and rip his throat out. And from nowhere, I skipped the whole plot.
Okay. Go back. Hold on. Wait.
So Orlando's carving Rosalind's name into the trees.
Yeah.
When he comes across Ganymede wandering in the woods. And Ganymede is like, why are you hurting the trees? Like, what?
Can't you feel their pain? Ganymede is just Krista from Fern Gully. And John Smith, that's the only way I can think of him. I can't even remember his name. I just remember him being the same character as John Smith in Pocahontas.
90s John Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, what did the trees ever do to you? And he's like, my heart is broken. But you're also a young man. You understand what it's like to love a woman you can't be with. And Rosalind is
now
like,
whip it out and
I
let's
too,
compare wangs.
Ganymede, know what it's like. And Orlando is like, I don't know how I can ever get past this. I'm afraid my heart will break and I'll die. And Ganymede is like, that's rough, buddy. Ganymede says, well, I've had a lot of dealings with women, not to brag.
Yeah.
But I'm a very handsome young man, a boy, you see. And I've had a lot of dealings with women. And so I can teach you how to get over a lady.
Okay.
And Orlando's like, that sounds really good. How are we going to do that? And Ganymede is like, well, you can come to my cottage that I share with my sister. And we will pretend to flirt. And I will teach you how women flirtations are merely but a spell.
Ganymede
and I will
his
teach
sister?
you to break them.
Ganymede and his sister, or Ganymede and...
Ganymede and his sister, aliens.
They're going to pretend to flirt.
No. Ganymede and
Orlando
are going to pretend to flirt.
What is aliens going to be doing?
Watching the sheep? Someone's got to be out there.
She's just like... She's got her chin rested on her hands, and she's like, I like
It's not
this.
horny enough.
Make it hornier. Take off your shirts. Wait, hold on. No, not you, Ganymede. Keep your shirt on. Orlando, take off your shirt!
And Orlando's like, that sounds like exactly the kind of training that I need. When do I start,
I need to go flirt with a man.
to get over a woman.
Honestly, more men should flirt with men to get over women.
True. And so Ganymede is like, just come to my house tomorrow morning and we'll get started. But it's going to be a long, grueling process and you got to be prepared. And Orlando's like, I'm ready. Teach it to me. And then Ganymede encounters Phoebe in conversation with Silvius. And Silvius is hitting on Phoebe, and Phoebe's like, no, absolutely not. And Ganymede is like, why don't you give the guy a chance? And then Phoebe is like, oh, I'm in love with you. Immediately and suddenly.
Oh no, Phoebe.
Oh no, Phoebe. And it's a nightmare. And then Oliver is hunting Orlando.
Yeah.
We're caught up now.
Okay.
Time has passed, and each and every day, Orlando goes to Ganymede's house, and they flirt and fall in love with each other. But it's fine. It's normal and it's cool in friend ways, because it's boys.
Nope. Nope. Oliver's just finding out that he's bisexual, and that's a good thing.
Orlando.
Oliver, sorry. You didn't read the play. There's a subplot going on where Oliver's finding out that he's bisexual.
He's in the woods alone, and he's like,
do I like dudes? He sees a particularly shapely tree.
And he's like,
huh. Would hit.
Ah! Orlando is... The explanation in the play is that Orlando is like, the more I talk to you, the more I miss her. Because it just reminds me of how she used to talk and look. But you are wearing different clothes. But it just reminds me, and I miss her so much.
You have that silly mustache that keeps coming off on the corner.
Just like her.
Just like her.
And at the same time, Ganymede is like, having a good time kind of messing with him, but it is also like, oh, this is a genuinely very kind and like good-hearted and like deep thinking person, and they're just having fun and hanging out. And so
This is
Rosalind. I keep wanting to say Desdemona.
okay. This is not. That's Othello, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I read too many Shakespeare plays in a week.
This is not as difficult. Like, honestly, I'm having a really easy time following yours.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was Lucencio and Horencio and Vicencio
Florencio.
and Petruchio and Batista and Garumio.
Bendicio.
There was just too many.
Yeah.
Biondello,
Guillermo.
Tranio. I'm saying real people, Max. I'm just saying, like, yours is, like, really easy to follow.
It's just, I'm very glad, for me, there's
Yeah.
too many names.
Yeah.
And I'm having a really hard time remembering who's who, especially because I read 4 Shakespeare plays this week.
Oh, yeah.
Ish.
So Desdemona is there.
She's also there. Rosalind is also, she's falling in love with him.
Sure.
And she's kind of in a pickle now because she's like, well, now I've been dealing with him being like, you gotta get over this girl. And then we're hanging out and I'm in love. And what if I'm like, I'm this girl? Would that be weird?
Would that be weird?
Hard to say. So Oliver's hunting for Orlando. He falls asleep under a tree. A snake wraps around his neck while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
And we can just cut that part in, I guess.
Who saves him?
Out of nowhere.
Yes.
Orlando.
Oh, Orlando, good guy.
Who is on his way from Duke Senior's camp to Ganymede's home for his daily get over girls lesson. Comes across a man asleep in a clearing about to be murdered by a lioness. And so without even thinking, he draws his sword. He has a sword now. I don't know if he did before.
He was about to go use that sword to spike a letter onto a tree.
He draws his sword and he lunges for the lioness and he slays her.
Yeah.
But not before one of her mighty claws gouges deep into one of his arms, rendering it functionally useless.
Okay.
He is just geysers of blood are coming out of his arm, and the dying screech of the lioness wakes the man under the tree, who turns around, and Orlando's like, Oliver! And Oliver's like, Orlando! And Oliver sees what Orlando has done, and even though he was going to burn his brother to death earlier, not that long ago, he was like, I'm going to burn you to death in your bed in our house while you're sleeping.
Sure.
Suddenly Oliver is like, actually, I want to be good.
Oh, good. I like to think in this entire time, I just realized that I haven't heard from Adam in a while, that, like, when they go back, he has his, like, sleeves ripped off, and he's wearing, like, a bandana around his head, and he has a new tattoo.
He's just hanging out with the boys.
Adam, one of the boys.
Adam's just one of the boys.
He's, like, using a dagger and aiming it at lizards and then eating it.
Eating the dagger. Once it's covered in that good old lizard juice. You gotta let it marinate.
That's what the boys do.
That's for the boys. That's what you do when you're rolling with the boys.
But now Oliver and Orlando are friends, and that's nice.
Yeah. Oliver is like, suddenly I'm not evil anymore, and I want to be a good brother to you. And Orlando's like, that's really nice. I am going to possibly bleed out. Can you
call an ambulance?
Help me? And Oliver's like, absolutely. So he takes off his handkerchief and he wraps it around Orlando's wound, and they reconcile. Not explained in any of the study guides that I read. And then Orlando is like, I was on my way to meet my dear friend who is a boy and we're just friends, Ganymede.
My dear boyfriend, Ganymede, that has the shapely breasts.
Ganymede with his big ol'...
Ganymede whose pants are so tight.
Yep. So I was on my way to meet him, and he's going to be really worried if I don't show up for our daily anti-flirting lesson.
Yeah.
So I have to go fix my arm. Can you go tell Ganymede what happened and tell him that I'm not coming? And Oliver's like, sure. Absolutely. So he takes back his bloody handkerchief and he walks in the direction of the cottage.
Takes back?
I don't know.
You know, when somebody cuts themselves and I, for a second, hold a Band-Aid on their
dab,
cut.
and then I put it back in my pocket. And he goes
off you go.
to the cottage to meet Ganymede. But Ganymede was worried about Orlando.
Yeah.
And so Ganymede is looking around outside of the house for Orlando.
Uh-oh.
And is thus not inside when Oliver arrives. Who is inside? Celia.
Uh-oh.
So
Aliens.
Oliver... Whoa, aliens. Celia is waiting inside of the cottage, and Orlando is like, my brother's been injured and he's not coming. And then they lock eyes, and immediately Oliver and Celia fall deeply in love.
Uh-oh, aliens.
Uh-oh, aliens. And he's like, what's your name? And she's like, aliens. And he's like, great, I'm Oliver. Do you want to get married? And she's like, yeah.
Oh, no.
And then she's like, wait, what were you here for? And he's like, oh, do you know if Ganymede is here? And she's like, yes, that's my brother, because I'm aliens and my brother is Ganymede and he is outside.
Yeah.
And then they go outside and they find Ganymede, and Oliver explains what happened to Orlando, and Ganymede is like, oh no, if he didn't want to hang out, he could just tell me. And Oliver's like, no, he really got stabbed by a lion, and he produces the bloody handkerchief as proof, and Ganymede faints because it is covered in blood.
And women do be fainting.
Women be fainting. In my notes here it says, Orlando sends Oliver to tell Ganymede what happened, and he's not coming to romance lessons. So, when Orlando finally is better and is able to make it back to Ganymede's house.
Yeah.
Making a couple of leaps here because I forgot to write down some plot points and I'm very tired now.
Yes.
When Orlando's finally better and shows up to Ganymede's house, Ganymede is like, listen, I think you're finally ready. And Orlando is like, really, master? And Ganymede is like, yes. My secret is that I'm magic.
Oh.
And this whole time, I told you that I was training you to fall out of love, but you haven't done that because you are truly in love.
Yeah.
And I'm magic and a wizard. So you set a date and I will summon
Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Patricia? That's not in anything.
I was thinking Patrizia.
She's like, I'll summon Patricia. And he's like, who? And she's like, that was a test and you passed. Must be true love. I'll summon Rosalind.
She's like, I will summon Rosalind to come and marry you. Just a day and a time. And he's like, hurrah, I'll finally be married to my beloved Rosalind. What about Friday? And she's like, I'm actually busy Friday. And he's like, oh, is Saturday okay? And she's like, yeah, Saturday works. So the plan is set that, quote unquote, Ganymede will summon Rosalind for a wedding to Orlando on Saturday. Meanwhile, Oliver and Celia are like, we also want to get married. And they're like, how's Saturday? And they're like, we can make it work.
Yeah.
So they decide to get married.
It's weird that Oliver's getting a happy ending.
It really
That's
is.
odd and awkward.
It really, really is. Meanwhile, at the same time, by the way, Touchstone, you remember Touchstone?
Oh, yeah.
Has fallen in love with a beautiful shepherdess named Audrey.
What?
And he comes in and he's like, we would also like to be married.
Triple wedding. But
wait, there's more.
What about Phoebus and Silvio?
Silvio?
Yeah. Phoebus and Silvio.
Silvius.
Phoebus and Silvius?
Phoebe and Silvius.
Oh, that's much better.
You're getting... Oof. I do not need you saying more names.
Down the aisle for my first communion next to a little boy named Silvio. And since I was in a white dress and he was in a suit and we were walking down a church aisle, I kept leaning in and saying, hey, it's like we're getting married. And he kept saying, stop talking. Shut up, I'm trying to count. I don't know what he was trying to... I think he was counting the steps, but I was interrupting him and I kept going, it's kind of like... He's like, shh, I'm counting. Anyway, Silvio and I did not last.
It's one of those ends of the aisle kind of marriages.
Yeah.
That's a term, right?
No.
Is it not?
It's one of those ends of the aisles kind of first communions.
Not a thing.
I did eat the shit out of some body of Christ.
Gross.
Get your mind out of the... I can't. I'm so tired.
I know.
You gotta finish this.
We're so close. Meanwhile, Phoebe is pursuing Ganymede and is like, what's up? You literally have to fuck me.
Oh, God. Phoebe.
And Ganymede is like, no, thank you. And Phoebe goes to Orlando, I assume.
Yeah.
Having not read the play, this is how it happens. And is like, you gotta get me in with your guy friend. I just really gotta get in there.
Yeah.
And Orlando is like, for sure. No.
He's mine. I have a crush on him and Rosalind.
So Ganymede is like, listen, Phoebe, I promise that if Ganymede ever marries a woman, it will be you.
Okay.
And Phoebe is like, great.
That's a really good
Do
way
you
to
want
put
to
that.
join in on the marriage party on Saturday? And Ganymede is like, if Ganymede were to marry a woman on Saturday, it would be you. And Phoebe's like, cool, so we're on for Saturday? And Ganymede's like, yes.
There will be a wedding.
There was a wedding between Ganymede and someone who was a woman being married to Ganymede, it would be on Saturday, and it would be you.
Just tell her no. Say no.
But it's a trick that they're doing. Don't
Okay.
worry. So the day of the wedding comes, and aliens and Ganymede, quote unquote, are like, let's go get
Rosalind.
And then they disappear into the woods, and they come back wearing their normal clothes, and Celia's like, I'm actually Celia.
She wasn't dressed up. She was just wearing a different dress.
And Rosalind's like, it's me, Rosalind. Also, Ganymede disappeared.
Ganymede had to leave to go do that thing.
Yeah, he had the toots. And they're like, wow. And Phoebe is like, what? I was supposed to marry Ganymede. And they're like, well, what if you married Silvius instead?
You're doing such a good job. Guys, we are both fucking losing our minds.
And then the Greek god of marriage, Hymen.
Yeah, Hymen. Does he actually show up in this play?
They get him while they're in the woods.
I love Hymen.
They go and get him while they're in the woods, and then he comes and marries all of them, and everyone is married at the end. Except not the end. I forgot the actual end.
Okay.
The actual end. Do you remember Jacques?
No.
You don't remember Jacques?
You've never
The third brother who went to school in Canada?
The third brother!
Do you remember? He was at school in Canada the whole time.
No.
He was, probably. He shows up and he's like, hooray, I made it here in time for both of my brothers to get married. I definitely knew about this, and that's how I knew to come here. Also, while I was on the road, I passed by Duke Frederick.
Okay.
And he was with his army, but he was going back to his castle because he was marching on Duke Senior, and then he found a holy man in the road, and the holy man told him, you're being a real dick and you have to stop. And he was like, wow, I never thought about it that way. And he's changed his ways, and he's decided to abdicate his dukedom, and now Duke Senior gets to be the Duke again.
Whoa.
And it's all solved. It's me, Jacques. And they're like, Jacques!
So,
The end.
what? Okay, if this were a fairy tale, the Duke definitely would have been murdered.
Mm-hmm.
That's so great. Is this what makes it a Shakespearean comedy, that nobody dies?
I don't know.
That's so wild.
It's literally like, they're like, and then everyone got married and lived happily ever after. And also Jacques showed up and he was like, don't worry, war is off. Also, Duke Frederick has decided not to be a dick anymore. Your dad's the Duke again. Hooray, everyone. And everyone's like, it's great to meet you, Jacques.
So it kind of reminds me of, you know, JJ.
It doesn't remind me of anything.
Okay, their names, Oliver, Orlando, Jacques.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacques you never see, and it's clear they hate him. It reminds me of, you know, J.J. Watt, the football player?
Mm-hmm.
His brothers are J.J. Watt, and then, like, there's D.J. Watt, and I think there's, like, a C.J. Watt, or, like, an L.J. Watt.
Fucking
it's like
Simon.
Steven or something. Yeah, like, there's another one, and he's never standing with them. It's always, like, J.J. and D.J., like, they do interviews together, and they have little quips and inside jokes, and then the camera for their little tag show will just jump cut to Steven. He's like, also, I'm down here with the guys who are running. He looks a little scared.
We're all just hanging out together.
Anyway, he's definitely the Steven of the Watt
100%.
family.
It's
Do you
like
think they call their house the Wattpad? They should.
They should. Do you think they call, like, the energy that they have together as brothers wattage?
Wattage. No, I don't think they do. I don't think...
You don't think they have a name for that?
I don't. Do you think their dad's name is Bob? And every once in a while when he feels left out, he says, "What about Bob?"
I don't know what you're referencing.
It's a movie called What About Bob?
It really feels like Shakespeare was like, hey, complicated political climate, here's what's going on. The first couple things that happen are like someone has died, his inheritance is being passed down to his sons. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Also, like a dukedom has been usurped by like brothers at war and everything. And then at the end, he's like, oh, right, fuck, I forgot about all that. Also, there was a brother named Jacques the whole time, and he comes back and says, don't worry, gang, everything's fine.
Deus ex Jacana.
Deus ex Jacana. Deus ex Jacanet.
Yeah! Woo! Max, for having not read the play, that was fantastic.
It's been hours.
Max, we are at 2 hours and 36 minutes. It is.
Oh my god, I thought it just felt that long.
It is 10:35. I'm having to see the time, so we have to end this.
Okay, goodbye.
Everyone, we love you. Thank you for joining us.
Sorry.
Thank you for joining us on today's extremely long Shakespeare episode. Honestly, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you.
I get to edit 3 hours.
Checking it.
I get to edit 3 hours of this later.
I'm so sorry.
So, I'm excited. If you liked this or you have comments, nice comments, you can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. We'd really appreciate that. Or wherever you listen to podcasts. I don't know. I don't want to police where you listen. And if you want to support us or comment or join the Discord or listen to bonus episodes because you just want more of this, I can't see how you could want more of this. If you would like some, though, you could join our Patreon. For $3, you can join the Discord. And for $7, you get those extra little meaty bonus episodes.
Ooh.
Some like little morsels to fill you up.
Mm-hmm. You want some morsels?
You want a morsel?
Hey,
we got
kid,
them
you
for
want
you.
some morsels?
And join our Instagram where we're gonna put some pictures and
Janey's gonna put a picture of her
TikToks.
Captain Mercaptain.
I forgot about Captain Mercaptain. Yes, I'm gonna have to
Again?
show you guys Captain Mercaptain.
It can be a Discord only. You have to join the Discord by joining the Patreon if you want to see Captain Mercaptain.
I'll do both. And you know what, guys? Just to have a great fucking day. Goodbye.
Bye.
My kids are all doing tests right now, and I have to monitor, and I just had to walk around, and that's it. Apparently the kids that I have time and a half, meaning they start at 10, everybody else ends in 80 minutes, but my kids get until 1, so they have 3 hours, right? And the test today only had 5 questions, and so they were reading questions, but they finished within 20 minutes. Honestly, every single kid finished in 20 minutes, except for one. And I had 3rd graders, and they were going fucking crazy. Because you could tell they were like, we want to throw stuff. Why isn't he done yet? I was like, stop, just draw on your scratch paper. And they were like, Miss Robidoux. If you're wondering, it took him 60 minutes to finish. And it took everyone else 20 minutes. And he just had attention problems. It wasn't even that he was having a hard time doing it. It was just that he kept getting distracted by his own goddamn pencil.
Oh.
We just catch him staring at his pencil lovingly. Just like, oh, look at that. That's nice. That's pretty good. Like, whispering to himself. And we're like, hey, look at finish your test.
I just had a memory of doing, I grew up in Virginia. We had the SOLs. Mm-hmm. And I finished early.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty goddamn smart. I finished early. And so I was just like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because you couldn't leave until everyone was done. Yeah. So I started, I opened the book back up and I started coloring in, the insides of all the letters. So, the lowercase a.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to say the inside of all the bubbles. And I was like, no!
No, just in the booklet, the A, O, E, all those ones that have, bubbles inside of them. I started coloring those in.
You're doing that cute girl shit.
Huh?
You're doing that cute girl shit.
Is it cute girl shit?
Yeah, that's cute girl shit.
I feel like it looks like I'm giving the letters black eyes.
Okay, well, it is cute girl shit, but you have something else going on. You have an anxiety disorder.
And then I just zoned out for God only knows how long. And I looked up and everyone was looking at me and I was the last person to finish because I got distracted and was just coloring for an hour and a half.
No! What a nightmare!
Yeah. And I didn't get diagnosed with ADHD until last year.
I'm gonna have stress dreams about your experience. That's the worst.
That makes two of us.
Woof.